All right, I'm live. All right. What's up? What's up? How you doing? I ain't gonna be on here this long. I just want to say what I gotta say. Say what I gotta say. Mm, mm, mm. What's up? All right. So as you see yesterday, President Trump commuted Larry Hoover's federal six. He had 6 life sentences. He commuted all federal, and now it's state. He has 200 years state. All right. Um, I've been seeing the mixed views on how they feel. A lot of people just hate Trump regardless, so it doesn't matter what he do. Like y'all just gonna hate him. So, but y'all don't hate Obama or Biden or anybody else who's put us in this predicament on the Democrat side. But it's Trump's fault. Get it? Got it. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who Larry Hoover is, but if not, Larry Hoover, born November 30th, 1950, was a former gangster and a street gang kingpin. He is the founder of Gangster Disciples, a Chicago street gang. He was imprisoned at ADX Florence in Florence, Colorado. He has 3 children, and he has 6 life sentences. He's been locked up since September 21st, 1973. My mother is 76, so he's 75. My mother's born in 49. He's born in 19. He's about to be 76. So sort of not understanding why people feel the way they feel. Hoover was serving 6 life sentences at the ADX Florence prison facility in Fremont County, Colorado. He was previously sentenced to 150 to 200 years for a 1973 murder. However, in 1997, following a 17-year investigation, he was also convicted of conspiracy, extortion, money laundering, and running a continuing criminal enterprise from state prison and received another life term. He has made multiple attempts to have his sentence shortened. On May 28, 2025, which was yesterday, President Donald Trump commuted his federal prison sentence. American rapper and fellow Chicago native Kanye West has been a long-time advocate for Hoover. West urged President Trump to do so at a televised White House event in 2018, hosted a Free Larry Hoover benefit concert alongside Drake in late 2021, and referenced Hoover in songs such as Jesus Lord and River in May 2025. President Donald Trump commuted Hoover's life sentences. Hoover must still serve his 150 to 200-year sentence for his 1973 murder conviction, but is eligible for parole on that charge since the crime was committed before Illinois abolished discretionary parole in 1978. He was denied parole in 2024, but his federal sentence was commuted by President Trump in May 2025. Hoover was born on November 30th, 1950 in Jackson, Mississippi. He moved to Chicago, Illinois at the age of 4. At the age of 13, Hoover dropped out of junior high school and joined a gang called the Supreme Gangsters, where he was involved in petty theft and muggings. In 1968, Hoover was involved with Wendy Jenkins, with whom he shares one of his 3 children. They were denied marriage by the Illinois Department of Corrections until January 9th, 2020, where they were deemed legally married by the U.S. Department of Justice. Now, I'm not going to do the whole biography of Larry Hoover because that's for another time. And plus, I would love to interview his son or his wife because there's a narrative that America has, and then there's a narrative that his family has, and there's a narrative that people who are close to him have. So I'd rather do that instead of seeing what I see online because I know how media can lie and do all those things. Um, Yesterday, Trump commuted Larry Hoover's sentence, and it was a lot of people that praised it. It was a lot of people that were surprised, but then there was a lot of people that, black too, that were pissed, were mad, and I don't think they were mad at the fact that it was that I mean that he was he was commuted. It was the fact that, like I said yesterday, and I'm gonna always say, and I speak about it a lot when it comes to Trayvon Martin. Y'all had Obama for 2 terms, 8 years. Obama picked the Department of Justice Attorney General at that time. The Attorney General is the most important part of this government when it comes to fighting corruption or fighting what's wrong in government. That's the whole purpose of having an Attorney General on the federal level, state level, city level. So Eric Holder was the Department of Justice Attorney General that Obama picked. When he was in there, he didn't pick up federal charges for George Zimmerman, and he did not commute his sentence for Larry Hoover. Now, you would think somebody that y'all say is y'all first black president, somebody
freezing.
I don't like that. See, this is the first time I'm doing this on a computer, and this is one of the things I don't like. Yeah. So yeah, it's my first time doing it on this laptop. But yeah, so saying that to say is your black president, the person that got his career here in Chicago, not from Chicago, but got his career here as a local senate to a federal senate, senator. Now he made it to the White House because of y'all, of y'all, and that's he didn't do it. He didn't federal. He didn't commute the charge. Right. Cool. Now fast forward, Trump commutes his federal charge. Now you've got a Democratic president here who speaks very highly about police reform and second chance and want to help and want to give people second chances, like how he gave the illegal aliens a second chance to work and be law enforcement, even though these people aren't citizens. They're illegal. They came over here illegal, but they feeling like they're seeking asylum. They deserve to be here, and we need to give them everything with our tax dollar. They're violating Title 8 to get the illegals over here and everything. I mean, this is the Democratic Party. This is the state of Illinois. This is the city of Chicago. They're going hard for the sanctuary cities. They're going hard for the asylum seekers. They're going hard for Trinity Agua. They're going hard for MS-13. They're going hard for everybody but Black Chicago citizens and Chicago citizens in general, or really Black Chicago citizens. The New American Plan is specifically to replace us, to push us out and let this place be a foreign city. This is going to be the first. They want Chicago to be, and Illinois to be, the first foreign state in America. This is what they're doing. This is what Pritzker can pardon Larry Hoover, and he should pardon Larry Hoover. He should pardon Larry Hoover because Larry Hoover did his time. Larry Hoover is 75 years old. Larry Hoover ain't thinking about doing nothing but spending the rest of his time with his grandkids, with his family, just trying to stay out the way. That's what you saw. Big Meech came home. Meech came home as a whole clown. A whole clown. Everybody look at Meech much different. But I don't. I think Meech is still an OG. But people are trying to clown him online because he's not talking or he dressing like, like he just got out of prison for a very long time. They were both in solitary confinement, so you got to understand solitary confinement really messes your mental up because they don't care about our mental health since he was 22. So yeah, so I feel like if Pritzker feels like non-citizens need a second chance, I don't understand why he can't. Now, so no longer has served 6 federal life sentences from the 1997 RICO case. Now, mind you, this is another thing. That's why it's RICO time. My man was serving a life sentence, 6 federal life sentences from a 1997 RICO case. The same thing they was trying to do with Young Thug. They was trying to put Young Thug under. Young Thug got like 40 years of probation. I don't know why he took that. I would never, like, that's just a trap. They even mess with him if you say one or two little things online about certain things. They try to say something, but they do this because they know nobody don't want to stay locked up. Nobody wants to stay locked up, especially if you are who you are, you some type of stature. But to make a long story short, everybody right now, Governor Pritzker is committing a RICO. And anybody, Biden, RICO, Harris, RICO, Kwame Raoul, RICO, Brandon Johnson, RICO, CTU, RICO, the whole city of Chicago, RICO, Cook County, RICO, the city of Harvey, RICO, everybody that's in these Madigan, RICO, everybody is committing a RICO. But they feel like because they have this immunity and these slow ass followers who believe that they are doing right for the community the whole time, they're not. The churches, RICO. Tory Barrett, RICO. The aldermen, RICO. Like, y'all, these are criminals. So if they're not doing 6 federal life sentences and not more, not getting their pensions taken, because we're paying their pensions and their taxes, we're paying everything, we're funding this, then the least Pritzker can do is pardon Larry Hoover. And if y'all do not fight, and it don't have to be like a physical fight, like it just got to be Pritzker. If you don't pardon Larry Hoover, we flipping the state of Illinois red. We flipping the state of Illinois red.
Even if he do, we're gonna flip it.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be flipped, but this right here, like,
it's like giving y'all reparation study.
Yeah, y'all not. I don't know how y'all gonna reparation study yourself out of this one. That's what I said yesterday. Pritzker hasn't even talked about it. Brandon Johnson hasn't even talked about it. That yesterday was historical. Now, man, it doesn't matter how y'all feel about Trump. What he did was the best chess move. Now, y'all think that y'all know how to play chess. Y'all absolutely don't. A lot of y'all are educated bums. That's why y'all don't even understand what's happening right now. Y'all have misdirected anger. Y'all don't know what the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment is because if Pritzker does not pardon Larry Hoover, you're violating his equal protection because you are fighting for illegal immigrants. You're violating Title VIII. You're violating the U.S. Constitution. You're violating American civil rights. That's what you're violating.
So in other words, Trump is just showing y'all who these people are. He's trying to show y'all who these people are, and he's making them put their money where their mouth is. Because he keeps trying to show y'all that how they keep lying to us. And he just now really just showing you all who these young boy, be a young boy. Yeah. Young boy made a statement. They mad at, look, but they ain't really mad at him. He made a statement, thank you to my president.
Because them young people will curse them out.
Yes.
Them young people, like, you try to say anything about NBA, about Trump or the NBA young boy, his following, them Gen Zs and them little Gen Alphas are going to go in on you.
Yeah.
He's their hero.
So Trump know what he's doing. And not only that, he's just showing you, because remember, who the Biden pardon? Fauci and his son.
Grandpa's serial killers. Dr. Fauci is a grandparent serial killer. He killed y'all grandparents, your aunts, y'all children. He put y'all all on ventilators and told the doctors and the nurses, the more bodies that you have, the more money you get. And Biden, aggressive prostate cancer Biden, president of the United States, made sure he pardoned him and his son, but left Jesse Jackson Jr. out fighting for his life.
Right.
Fighting for his life.
I'm going to open your eyes.
This is the 14th Amendment. This is why I got to have my rally. This is why I need y'all to come to D.C. The 14th Amendment is the amendment. That's our amendment. That's the Freeman Amendment. 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, you guys got to start doing your research. Y'all got to start looking up. Y'all have to start looking up cases that upheld those laws, them laws and them amendments. Them laws are civil rights. Those are the first civil rights laws upheld in court. I told you, I sued Delta on my First Amendment. My First Amendment right. They could not deny it. So.
Yeah, hold on, one quick thing. Wasn't y'all asking Trump to free Kodak Black and Lil Wayne? And Trump told y'all he didn't even know who that was, Kodak Black. But because y'all was asking him and kept saying that, he gave that to y'all. That's just who, we keep telling you, you got a real president in office now that's listening. He told you, I didn't know who these rappers was, but you all kept asking him, free Kodak Black, free Lil Wayne. He did it. So Biden and them didn't do it, didn't give y'all that.
Yeah, Biden's never going to give you that. Y'all, let me tell you something. The Democratic Party, they don't even know how to, the Jasmine Crockett, what has she said about Larry Hoover? Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker. Cory Booker, that's a Jersey boy. Asada still can't get pardoned, a state pardon, and that's Democrat. They don't. It's cosplay. They want to act like they're for us and they're for the people and they're for the working class and any of that. No, they're not. They're scammers. Those are scammers. Those are everything that you think Trump and anybody that follows Trump is. Oh yeah, like y'all are like the Democratic Party, especially the black ones, the elites. Y'all are just popular dummies. Y'all are idiots. Y'all feel like because y'all are in the in crowd that y'all are somebody. Y'all are raggedy. Y'all are bums. Y'all go to these HBCUs. Y'all clicked up and y'all are dumb. Like you're dumb as hell. You have misdirected anger at Trump because he's a white man and he's a billionaire, and CNN and Joy Reid and then told you to be mad at him.
Let me say this. Let me just say this real quick. Trump, it could be really the one that spoke so far from us, period. Trump grew up a billionaire. He came in a billionaire. So he do not relate to us at all. Let's just say that he came in this world as a billionaire, or his father. So he came in with money. So he don't have to relate to us in no other way, because think about it. The Democrat Party, we both do, no matter who, but we're the lowest economically. So he a billionaire. He don't have to relate to us at all. So all these people that got y'all biting in them, those who don't relate to us. But Trump, as that billionaire back in the day, fought for black rights, but when they wouldn't allow black people into Florida, when they was golf course and things like that, the black and the Jews, that was back in the 70s. Trump, the one led that and fought for that, while you had black people were able to come in there uh, to these golf courses and things like that. Then you had Trump fighting for, so he wanted those rights. You had Trump fighting for Michael Jackson when they tried to tell you that he was doing all this with the kids and stuff. You had Trump, like Mike Tyson said, y'all not gonna get me to, because they wanted him to turn on Trump. He said that man was the only one who came to my defense, and when I was locked up, came and make sure I had what I needed. But y'all was calling me rapist and talking about me. Trump was the only one there for me. So y'all ain't gonna never get me to go against that man. Look what he did with Jennifer Huston. What's her name? Huston? Yeah, Huston.
Jennifer Huston.
What did he do with all those people who wanted small business loans or was trying to get their business back in the 80s and stuff? Black people, all black people, when they wanted to get their business started, what did he do? Get them that money. And then when he came back, Judge Joe Brown will tell you about this. When they came back to pay him back once they got started, he took their check and tore it up and said, now be successful and help somebody else. Judge Joe Brown told you this story. Look, the rappers he didn't help, who said, I don't care what you say, he helped me, establish my business, and well, the taxes ain't getting to me and all that. So you got this man who could be so far from us, because he didn't grow up around us, he wasn't around here. But then you had Obama, who came from Chicago.
White from Chicago.
Right in the South Side. And he had no relation. He couldn't relate to us at all. Didn't do anything. Now he was right there with us, so he seen what was going on in Chicago. He saw the devastation. So he was closest to what we're going through than Trump. But did he do anything for us? Anything? He did something for the LGBTQ. He'll always be known for the one who lit the White House with the rainbow colors, the first one. But think about it. So when you all want to have these conversations, you need to understand think about Jesse Jackson. Let's talk about him. When he ran for president, now wasn't nobody messing with him because he wanted to be the first black man to be president. Back then they wasn't gonna let that happen. But so wasn't nobody messing with him. He was a joke. Guess who funded him, funded him and things like that? Who did it? The racist man, Trump. So you all have these conversations that y'all want to talk about, but Trump is giving y'all tangibles. Biden and them is giving y'all reparation study. I'm done. The Democrats giving y'all reparation study.
The Democrats, first of all, somebody keeps asking, y'all don't even care about the 14th Amendment. Y'all, the illegals, if y'all do not start paying attention, you're going to be sharing this 14th Amendment with people, with the illegals that are coming over here on a scam for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is going to make sure that, because they get money for the illegals. They get money for the illegals. So y'all, you can't see it as if Trump going to cut the check. Trump is trying to cut the check. Y'all don't want the check. Because if y'all did, y'all have y'all lawsuits in. Each and every one of y'all file a lawsuit against sanctuary cities and policies. Y'all will file a lawsuit for violation of Title VIII. Y'all file a lawsuit for violation of our 14th Amendment, equal protection. Y'all file a lawsuit for due process. Y'all would sue. Who would you sue? You would sue Biden and Harris administration. You would sue the Democratic Party committee. You would sue Governor Pritzker. You would sue the state of Illinois. You would sue the city of Chicago. You would sue Brandon Johnson. You sue Cook County. You sue Tony Preckwinkle. That's the lawsuit. They're violating the 14th Amendment. They're violating the 13th Amendment. They're violating our civil rights, and they're violating Title VIII. And so they're committing RICO. They're committing the same thing that Larry was sitting on federal for 6 life sentences for RICO for 1997 case, for 1997 case. When there's multiple RICOs going on in the Democratic Party in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, Pritzker is a whole criminal. Brandon Johnson is a whole criminal. Your favorite pastor is a whole criminal. Your favorite alderman is a whole criminal. Nonprofits, whole criminal. Churches are no criminal, like a whole criminal. And guess who's funding everything?
We are. We are. And guess who's going back to the, and guess what your Pritzker doing, these finances? They're going back to figure out how to service tax y'all, us. They going back to the drawing board to see how they can service. So that means barbershops, that means lawn cutting. If you cut lawn, if you got any type doing things like that, you're gonna be taxed on every single thing.
Everything. They're working on tax right now. Next week, they're doing another tax, another grocery tax, because we're broke. They need to declare bankruptcy.
But they don't. Guess what? Guess what they did though? They voted to increase their salary, so they're getting paid.
Not one of them have donated their salary, but y'all racist Trump. Y'all racist Trump. This is second term.
He haven't took one salary, because that's, you know why? Because if he take a salary, that's our money that would be paying him. And like he said, he's not trying to take the taxpayer money because he love America. America. You got these people who taking our money, laundering and stealing, they giving it to everybody, getting everybody rich, and then gonna come back and getting ready to come to a meeting to figure out some more ways. Now we already tax out of oblivion the citizens. We can't. We squeezing every little penny we got to pay any little thing we got. And instead of you trying to come back and say, how can we get them a relief? You gonna come back and say, how? Now, Pritzker, you a billionaire. Why are you taking your salary? You just stole all our money with these NGOs and this trans, because your family trans and they in the first trans is, so they getting all the money. So, Pritzker, you a billionaire. Why you said increasing your salary, and why you gonna donate your salary?
Wow.
Pritzker, you a billionaire. Won't you give a couple of billion? What you will do, though, you're not going to do that, Pritzker, but what you will do is come back to the drawing board and figure out a way how to tax us some more. The people who are already making less than minimum wage. This is your Democrat way, and we keep trying to show y'all who these is. Why do you think, and I got plenty of clients that had some nice teacher jobs, police jobs, electrician jobs. Guess what they retired to? Guess what they finished? Guess what they retired to? All to red states. You know why? They keep saying the taxes are lower. The housing cost is lower. Everything is lower than what it is in any Democrat-ran city or state. And guess what? When they want to establish a business, everything, the regulations, everything, don't have to go through none of that. And they're for business. So that means anything they need to help you do to make your business, to help your business strive, they're for that, because they understand small business and business is what gets put, the money gets put back in the economy, and it helps the circulation of the economy, and they don't have to keep taxing the citizens, because everybody they schooling, everybody house, single family homes. So they trying to give us affordable homes, and we can't own anything. But guess what? We paying the highest taxes in it, period. In the third for the highest taxes in the United States. So
it might be number one.
Might be number one, but I'm talking about we might be number one. So y'all,
and they're steadily passing, like even Pritzker, he's steadily passing this budget, and it's we negative. We negative. Like, I don't.
But guess what? We broke. But guess what they won't do? We broke, but they will not, because the federal funding has stopped. And the reason why the federal funding, what they say, and the reason why all Democrats are obviously illegal immigration trash people, and the reason why the federal funding has stopped, guess why the federal funding stopped? Because they refuse to stop funding illegals for free everything. Now, They can simply say, we're not going to fund these illegals with taxpayer money, giving them free everything. We're going to give back. And Trump will come in, give them that federal funding. But they would rather tax you more before they give up their precious illegals and start paying tax money on them. That's what they would rather do. And y'all keep voting blue no matter who. Y'all just love it. Y'all love it. Y'all love getting screwed with no Vaseline. Y'all love it.
Yes, it's kind of sad.
It's sad.
Now look, if Larry Hoover, if Pritzker does not pardon Larry Hoover, he always can have his lawyer try to overturn this 200-year state situation because he's been locked up since 1973. However, they're violating his due process. That is the 14th Amendment. Okay, because you see how they're running over to El Salvador to look to make sure that they're the kingpin of Trinidad, because that's the kingpin of Trinidad. Anybody in their right mind know that that's a known gang member. The way how y'all are chastising Larry Hoover and he did all this and all this. These people ran over to El Salvador because that's how much money these cartels got over here in America in the name of the Democratic Party, in the name of the sanctuary city, in the name of sanctuary law, in the name of asylum seeker, the new Americans, all of that stuff.
Then Pritzker go meet in Mexico. Then
he went to Mexico,
Then he just come from Mexico on our tax dollars. Then we paid for that. Okay.
We paid for it. So we can't do that. But I feel like we need to put the public pressure on. So you can call, email, protest at the governor's office. I'm going to his house June 14th. You guys should come too.
Please come. We're going to be putting that out soon. But we're going to we need everybody. We're going to be at his house protesting. It's going to be a nice time.
I didn't say pardon, Shy Lanta. Why don't you just got here, you idiot. That's the problem. You don't even know what I'm saying. I'm talking about what what's his man's name? What Pritzker can do, pardon him. I know, you're late, idiot. That's it. Yeah, come over here. You don't know. You writing all that when you're late. Loud and wrong, Shy Lanta.
With all them caps I do.
Yeah, Shy Lanta. You just got here, idiot. Now, you use your social media to demand that Pritzker pardons him. If he does not pardon him, then you already know what type of person he already was. So I know how he was. Pritzker don't even rock with he's Jewish, first of all, but he doesn't even rock with oh my God. This is like, didn't I say this? When it first started? Like I'm stupid. Please, you just got here. Yeah. Anyway, damn, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, you got to leave the slow people. You got to leave them.
That's how I got to start. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Come in here and start telling me what I need to do. You just got here. Shy Lanta News. Go to your thing. Do your Shy Lanta.
Go to your channel. Go to your channel. Shy Lanta News. Go to your channel.
Anyway, he had to put the pressure on. But anyway, Pritzker didn't even want to do the reparation study. The reparation study situation, he didn't even want to fund it for the state of Illinois. The reason why he did it was because he was going to lose the black vote. That's the only reason why. The studies, the reparation studies, those are rackets. They're never. The only people getting paid from that is like the people who are on the actual study board and stuff like that. I can give you the study right now. I can give you study in 40. I can give you study in 10 minutes. Yeah,
it's already been studied.
Yeah. So
it's to set you up. It's to set you up to get them rich, and then to set you up.
Yeah, they're and to keep get our children going, and stuff like that. Like, no, you're right. It's not even called reparations no more. We want the migrant package. Yep. We want the migrant package. We want our economic resources when it comes to COVID. I want our children, any child that had to deal with not being able to go to a graduation, not being able to go to their dance because of the COVID situation, their grades went all the way down, they suffered major depression, they shouldn't be paying nothing for school. It's free scholarships all over the place. That's a reparation. That's there.
Well, that's what the illegals getting.
Yeah, the illegals get anything they want.
So, I can't see if the illegals can get it, then why our kids can't get it?
Yeah. So this right here, it's not in Trump's court anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is the state now. So Pritzker, pardon Larry Hoover. Pardon Larry Hoover. If you don't, and let me tell you something, if Gator Wallace Bradley does not come out, and the rest of you GD gang members that turn political, and you better show your support for Larry Hoover. You better show your support, Waller, Mr. Bradley. You better go over to Rainbow Push and them and get whoever you need. You better go get Jesse Jackson. You better go get Jonathan Jackson. You better go get Jesse Jackson. Because if we can't go to Rainbow Push, then where can we go?
Mm-hmm. It's y'all people, though. This y'all vote blue no matter who people. That's it.
Right, Jay Taylor. If you feel like you got any more, because the state of Illinois is done. It's done. The blue machine is done.
It's vote.
Yeah, but if you have any type of decency, if you feel like you got any type of hope, you better pardon Larry Hoover. You better pardon Larry. You better pardon OG Larry. Just like Meech is out. Y'all better pardon Larry Hoover, OG. Oh, when I say free Jeff Ford, I know Jeff Ford was trying to blow up everybody. He was tired of everybody. I get it. But if my thing is, if Trinity Agua and MS-13 and all these other gangs are out here doing whatever, everybody deserves to be outside.
So
I mean, at this point,
you have to be fair. Like
it
can't be one for all. Now, if you're gonna be with all, if we're gonna get rid of that, let's do it. Let it be fair.
Like we living in a lawless, like the only person that has to like deal with the law, we gotta follow the law. And if we don't follow the law, it's gonna be a problem, is American citizens. But these illegals came over here with gangs, organized gangs. Gangs that you can look these people up, look at the origin of how the gang started, just like how you can look at the origin of the gangs of our American gangs. Some of them gangs are not even gangs anymore. They wouldn't even know where to begin. You can't sit here and tell me when Larry Hoover come home, he knows exactly at 76 years old. All right, now get the pieces together. We're about to start GD again.
No. I keep saying they can't even. He gonna just probably have to live his life, and the OGs probably gonna be like, because these young boys.
Yeah, that's a motivational speaker.
That's a motivational speaker.
Yeah, he's a motivational speaker. He's a person who need to get on the line and let people know what do they need to do so that don't never happen to them. Yeah. What did you learn? He got his degree in there. They say you self-taught yourself how to read. What's the difference? Going in there in 1973 versus versus now. Like that's what people want to know. People want to get the story now. People want to get the story of Larry Hoover, OG Larry Hoover. That's what they should have did with Meech when Meech came home. Y'all like,
should be just speaking and telling the kids really what you should. That's the
we need to it's story time now. It's story time. It's visuals. We have everything to get his story out here. People when I was working with Dick Gregory, the people were coming to see Dick Gregory because of his age, his wisdom, what he's been through, what he's seen, health, what's going on with these politics. Because at that time, Trump was running for office. People were like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? People wanted to get that information. Also knew that he was funny. Also going to give you the real, the raw. These are the times that you need them. They're your mentors. That's what they should have been doing with Bill Cosby. Regardless of the Bill Cosby situation, we should be talking to Bill Cosby. We should be to Bill Cosby. We let these people, we let mainstream media, we let white supremacy, we let these people mess up our leaders or our entertainers or anybody career. They don't do it today. White people, Aerosmith, but the dude, what's the dude name? Woody Allen. Was it Woody Allen?
The one who marries his
Yeah, Woody Allen. Yeah, like y'all don't. Yeah, Woody Allen. Woody Allen should have been canceled. There's a whole bunch of them that should have been canceled. What's her name?
Elvis.
Well, Elvis. But also Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner murdered somebody with a car. Okay, but talks crazy crap about O.J. Simpson. You talk crazy crap about O.J. Simpson. You are a murderer, tranny. You understand what I'm saying? And rude as hell, and racist. She's a racist trans, Caitlyn Jenner. But at the end of the day, y'all gave her Woman of the Year. Y'all gotta pick and choose y'all arguments and your battles, but Trump ain't it. Like it don't got nothing to do with Trump. Y'all literally need to know y'all history. The fact that y'all are mad at the Department of Education, he's trying to get rid of the Department of Education. The Department of Education should be gone. It should be demolished. It should be dismantled. The fact that I'm arguing with people my age who have no idea what the 13th, 14th, the 15th Amendment do not understand that Abraham Lincoln is the reason why is a Republican a president is the reason why we have the 13th, 14th, the 15th Amendment, not the Democratic Party. You don't understand the history. You want tangible. You want a reparation. You want a check. I think you need to be coming down to Supreme Court when we go on July 3rd to talk about this 14th Amendment. That is our amendment, and that's part of the Reconstruction Amendment, and that is where our repair is. We have yet to get. We're not getting no repair because y'all putting all y'all rocks into the wrong party. The Democratic Party is not going to do nothing for y'all.
I keep trying to tell y'all, can y'all imagine, and I keep trying to say this, can y'all imagine if the freedmen's got behind Trump, didn't let the Democrat Party lie to us and got behind him with his agenda that he trying to do? Because he already was the one who wanted to meet with Ice Cube about our plan, the platinum plan. What was it? Where Ice Cube his plan. And what Trump did, he didn't want to met with him. You all got mad at Ice Cube for meeting with him and said,
Trump,
y'all
told Trump. Who else? They got mad at Kanye, Steve Harvey.
They met. No, Steve Harvey was.
No, they got mad at Steve Harvey too. He met with Trump the first term.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Y'all got mad at all the people when Ice Cube got the plan for Black America. Here's the plan. Trump now he gave it to both of them. Biden Harris wasn't even thinking about him, wasn't trying to meet with him. Trump was the only one who met with him and said, you know what, let's start making this happen and blah, blah, blah. Y'all went in on Ice Cube for even trying to help y'all. And Trump was the only one saying, let's do this. What Ice Cube did, he backed up and said, I'm going to leave you niggas to y'all self. If y'all that stupid, because I don't have to, listen, I'm living good, but my millions, I'm great. Y'all the ones that we seeing are the ones gonna be messed up. I'm trying to help y'all, but y'all gonna go off on me. I'm like, okay. And he left and walked away. And you can't get Ice Cube right now to talk about to help it. But see, that's what y'all do. Can y'all imagine if y'all got behind him and just said, you know what? Now the man fighting for the 14th.
They don't even know they fighting for the 14th Amendment because y'all are listening to MSNBC, who's trying to push this racist propaganda with our piece of crap mayor. And Ms. Carter was on Fox, and I put her link on my Instagram, on my Facebook and my X. And you guys need 6 minutes. Y'all need to listen to her. And she breaks it down very well about how terrible our administration is. But our mayor is. It don't have nothing to do with the federal level. He compared what Trump is doing to how the Nazis were treating the Jews. What are you talking about?
That's all they have. That's all. See, this don't have nothing to do with us. See, that's the only way. That's all they have.
They don't even go together.
It don't even go. It has nothing to do with us. That's like
you sold Chicago out to Venezuela.
And now you've been held accountable, and now it's all Trump fault.
Yeah.
Okay, Trump. No. Let's bring it right back to what you did, because Trump just got in office. You've been in office almost 2 years. So let's talk about what you did.
Yeah, you
Trump out of it.
You came in.
You came in selling us out. So let's not do that. But see, this is all they have. But because guess what? It keeps y'all in y'all emotions. And as long as you can keep y'all in y'all emotions, you won't think. It is what it is. Because if we actually got behind this president, think about it. What wouldn't he do if he had all the black support, and we said, Trump, we need this because they killing us on these illegal they doing this, which he see, and he trying to let y'all know and trying to help us. What you think he would do? Oh, I see it. This and that. What y'all need? Just like he gave y'all. He didn't even know these rappers, and because y'all kept saying free him, bug, he gave it to y'all. Like Larry Hoover, free him. That's all you were seeing, even with the Biden Harris administration. But he gave it to y'all. Now imagine everything we're asking him, he giving us. He tried his best to give us. So now, what would you think he wouldn't if we just got behind him and said, this is what we need to make sure we are straight, this and that. He gave us the opportunity zones, and your Democrat mayors and aldermen stole that from us, cut us out. They zoned us out of our open. He gave it to us because I benefited from that. Then my husband bought one. But they managed, your black Democrats, your mayor and your alderman managed to figure out a way. Trump tried to help you to zone us out or get us out of the tip money that's supposed to win with that. It wasn't Trump. He gave it to us. It was your local Democratic Party.
It starts with your local. So
who made sure that we didn't benefit from what Trump tried to do. Just like the deportations, we're a benefit for them, but your local politicians are making sure that they fight him so that we don't benefit from it. That's all they do, is fight what's going to benefit us. But tell y'all that they fighting on behalf of y'all, and you see it.
We had opportunity zones. Our aldermen just didn't know what it was when we asked about it. Now, opportunity, we had the opportunity zones. We had the most money in our areas.
Because it was for our low income areas to help us. So but your aldermen figure out it wasn't for you. We don't want you to benefit from it. How dare you give them something, Trump, so they can actually own something and have a business and build, so how dare you do that? We're gonna take that from them. How dare you? And I ask about it because when Trump administration, the everybody that I knew that was in what you call that when you buy a house and all that stuff that was into with that rehab, but it was is another word for they was getting paid off that because Trump is that type. He's into when you build stuff, like no, okay, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Let's just say
houses.
But everybody, the name for that, everybody was benefited from it. Everybody's making money. And I didn't know anything about it because guess what? My alderman wouldn't tell me about it. But I had one girl who was into, I can't think of that name, but it's, into when you buy a house, selling and all that stuff. But she said, listen, Danny, I was talking about renting something. She said, no. You need to buy your building. She said, where you live at? She said, that's an opportunity zone. She said, Trump has set aside for, and you fit everything, the criteria, everything. I didn't know anything about it. And she said, so let's make sure we're going to buy this because you're going to come out way cheaper. And we need to do this before, because Trump was almost, that's when that 2019 election was coming. She said, you can do this while Trump is in office because I don't know what's going to happen if he, with this election, blah, 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 things like that. Man got that with a great price with the low taxes and everything because, I qualified for it because I'm Black. It was in a low economic area and things like that. Now, TIF money was supposed to come with that. But guess what my Black alderman did? She didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. But when I went and asked about what can she do to help, we didn't know nothing, but we don't know this and that. But I found out that it should have been TIF money with that. But anyway,
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Like they do it like this on purpose. They don't want us
to have,
to take care of our communities. They don't want us to buy our blocks. They don't want us to do. They're going to always find something or try to put us down because you're dealing with people who you can do good, but you can't do better than me. Or it's a competition. These are not public servants. They are greedy. They don't care about us. They don't care about making sure that the community good. They don't care about your kids. You don't care about the elders. They don't care about the Christians. They don't care about nobody but themselves. They think they are socialites.
And it was just like that. And so she said it, and she did not lie. After they stole that election, man, then that COVID hit. After that, man, please, it was no way because they made sure.
That's why they're in the community now. They're not even coming down to City Hall. They don't come down to City Hall. They don't look at any of the developments that's happening in the community. They don't care about if the community has an issue with it. None of that stuff. They don't even show up to work. Okay, they show up to city council meeting when it's time to vote, but they don't even be having enough votes in the committee meetings, like when it comes to finance and certain things, but they still pass it on to city council, and then they all vote on something, and then they go back to the community and lie. And lie. like it's you gotta watch. Like it's.
But that's why I don't argue with nobody who want to go back and forth with me. I
Why would I?
Because when I tell them, you know what? Because it's funny that every issue they bring up is the Democrat Party. I really like that show policies. That show people everything you complaining about is your party policies. Go look them up and see they not educated about that. And I tell them, you know what? Every issue you have, all you gotta do is come down to your city council meeting, to your budget and finance meeting, just come down. All the questions that you have will be answered when you see. Just come down to these meetings. Because you're going to see how they're voting. You're going to see what they're voting on. You're going to see how you're not getting things in your community. You're going to see all of that. I just tell them, just come down. I'm not getting ready to argue with you. Just come down and see for yourself. Guess what?
Show up. They never want to show up. Like it's honestly, they're not going to. But you're going to keep putting these people in office because you're with the cliques, or they invite you to the elite birthday party, or they invite you to an event, or if they get back in, they'll send you an invite to their party that they had for, like, or you may see them out at a club. And, oh my God! Or you're given like Stephanie Coleman getting honored every other day for what? They would for the best dress, because she be down there dressing. She decent, but what is she getting honored for? What are you doing in the community, Stephanie Coleman, that this is your 15th honor that you've got from people who buy out clubs for parties?
And that's who I went. That's my all. That's who I went. That was why I bought my business in the opportunity zone. It didn't help me, didn't tell me nothing, and I went there. Went to her.
And my thing is, though, she may not know, but you know why she may not know? Because she ain't never in office.
So, but you got to understand, you're elected to know. You're getting paid to know. We're paying you to know. So if you don't know, then you shouldn't be in that seat.
And they got these people together, like for prime example, Carrie Steele, chief of staff, John Jointer. He is the commissioner of water reclamation. She's just the face. He makes he makes everything that has to do with the decisions and stuff. It's on him. That's what they've learned how to do here. So now that you've got social media, you can go down there and let them know that they're violating this or they're doing that. They can't say nothing, or they'll lie. They'll lie with the video right there because their stakeholders are in the building or they're watching. So they have to make it like, no, we are for the people. No, you're not. You're for your pockets. You're for a lot of y'all got y'all real estate license, and y'all are in government, buying property. Like,
That's what I mean, real estate. That's what
Real
I was,
estate.
that was so.
See, somebody said that. Real estate.
Yeah, real estate. That's the word I was trying to use, y'all. Bad.
Yeah, somebody said that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. However, let's move back to what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Charlemagne says that because somebody just sent it to me that that Pritzker is not going to pardon. Let me see where it's at. Let's see.
So Charlemagne said Pritzker not going to pardon him.
He's not.
You know your people, Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Writing letters and things like that, but 20 years in prison is crazy. But I can't see it happening only because of who the governor is. The governor is with J.B. Pritzker. He's a Democrat. Yeah, they trying to put some, I guess, pressure on him, get the public to start writing letters and things like that. But J.B. don't give a damn.
But Charlemagne, I'm sorry, Charlemagne, you know they don't, and that was your people though. You still rocking with them.
I don't know. I think he's coming off the train. I think he's starting to see some BS. I think he's starting to see some BS. But everybody knows that. But even if he didn't get off, that's common sense. Everybody knows that J.B. Pritzker is not going to do it. Just like Gavin Newsom is not going to do it. Shapiro is not going to do it. Well, I don't know. Shapiro may. He might go against the norm. I get those vibes with him. However, Tim Walz wouldn't have done it. So yeah, they're not. No, absolutely not.
The only thing I keep want y'all to understand is the Democrats can't go against their policies and their agenda. They can't go against it. So
That's why they hate. That's why the Uniparty or in the established Republicans hate Trump.
MAGA. Because see, I keep telling y'all, it's Republican, it's Democrat, and it's MAGA. It's a whole different. It's like
people got independent people. That's true independence. So you got people that are true independents that will actually see both sides and see, well, this don't make no sense. But you cannot talk about. You cannot be biased, especially when it comes to the Republican Party right now, when he's doing everything that anybody that voted for him has asked for, and when you just did 4 years of this man, Biden and your Hindu princess Kamala Harris, who ignored anything that we had. It was illegals first. It
was foreign nation. It was everybody else first except for America.
Yeah.
We all our money went to overseas or foreign nations. It was everybody else except for America. That was their agenda.
He came in there. Biden came in there and erased anything that was supposed to secure the border. That not these many people came over here. He said
First day.
He said he had a picture of Robert Byrd right there. I'm doing this for you, Robert.
All the tax.
I'm doing this for you. I'm doing
all
this
the tax
for
breaks
every
that the American
racist.
citizens had.
I'll let a trans animal doctor built like a horse take over America before I let a nigger do.
Yeah, and that's what y'all got. So, and I'm just gonna say, it's people who saying this. We see people say, "I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, but I'm with Chicago flips red." But see, that's what I'm saying.
It's common sense.
It's like you. Some people might be like, "I ain't with this, and I ain't with that," but I'm with what they doing, what they saying, and common sense. So it's. It's all about aligning with policies.
If you don't want to have sex with children, if that's not your forte, come to the Chicago Flips Red side, okay? Because that's only the Democrat Party care about. They don't care about if you know the Constitution, your laws, mathematics, English, comprehend. can you have sex? What's the earliest that they can have sex? 3, 4 years old?
No, it was 0, but like that.
0 to 5.
No, remember that? Just like that. Look, y'all, just like
Drag
that Beverly
brunch.
Drag show. It's 0 to 5 years old, so they don't care if it's 0.
Yeah.
It's 0 to 5. They have a drag queen,
Just
drag show at
And you want people to follow
Beverly
them.
Library.
You want people to follow them. This is it. No,
0 to
enough,
5.
enough is enough. Okay, enough is anybody in their right mind. It's like, hey, that's why it was almost a landslide. It was almost a landslide because, like, hold on now.
Hold on, I'm not with that. I'm not with none of
Kwame
that.
Raoul is in Haiti right now working out his deal. Because I'm trying to tell you, this is Haiti trying to get Chicago. Whatever Africa town, city that Brandon was talking to the other day. Israel, the Mexicans, and Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people who are trying to take Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And these are the people, and they got, and the problem is they got everybody who represent these people in these seats. So they got Yancey,
Gen Z, see? Yep, because y'all are the future. The babies are the future.
Yeah, because you got Yancey. What is he? Haitian, right?
Haitian.
See, y'all got all these parties, and y'all, the Democrat Party put these people in the seats, and y'all voted for these people. They put these. So you got Haiti. That's why she's saying that all these countries is fighting for Chicago because all these people represented. These countries are in these seats.
And you know who could stop all this? You know who could stop all this? Niggas. Niggas. We don't gotta, I'm trying to tell you, y'all gotta look at this as a science project. We do not have to be cool, but we got to get an A on this project. And the project is America first.
And
you can go your way afterwards,
and
we're gonna go our way afterwards. But you're dealing with America first foreigners. America first foreigners in America.
They with us. So, like she said, all we need is the sicker. All we need is y'all. Look, because our white sisters and brothers, they ready. They've been waiting on us. They be like, we've been waiting for y'all. So look. Like she said, we the ones who can shed, especially when they talking about that 14th, that 15th.
Yeah, the 14th Amendment, we
down.
literally can. So I really need y'all to register for this rally. July 3rd, we at the Supreme Court. And we like,
you ain't getting this to be, you ain't giving the 14th Amendment to the illegals.
This our amendment.
We stand with our
president. I don't want to share it with them.
Yeah.
We're fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know why the Democratic Party thought that they could bring 22 million people over here and giving them the 14th Amendment with all our tax dollar. No.
Could y'all imagine? Now look, I just want y'all to say something. Could y'all imagine? Now they already done brought their culture to our communities disrespectful, very disrespectful. They're not assimilating. Look, America First, Mo Reese. They're not assimilating to our culture
at all.
They bringing their culture right to our communities. I mean, with the music, the selling stuff on each corner, they doing taking over our stuff. They're not assimilating. You gotta speak Spanish. They're not assimilating. So they're taking over. Can you imagine if they get this amendment, 14th Amendment?
My thing is
how they gonna really feel like how big they head really gonna be? Like, yeah, we got this. This ours. Now this is supposed to be us. Could you imagine how dumb we would be to let somebody come over here and then take our birthright and say, now, what y'all got? Because now they already looking down on us like whatever. Could you imagine?
Well, I'm not going.
No,
I'm not going.
No, I'm just saying.
So I'm just saying. But y'all are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anybody that is not focused on the state and local level, focus on why everything is so expensive, why we're getting taxed the way that we're getting taxed, why people cannot buy homes. You guys are not even why we have not many single family homes anymore. That's another thing. We don't need another apartment building. We don't need another condo building. We need single family homes. Why do I have to sign up to use the grill? I want to be able to use my own grill. I can bring my own. I can go buy my own pool table. And if I really want to swim, I can go buy me a house in the suburbs and get me a backyard with the whole swimming pool. Or I can get my single family home and do my own swimming pool indoor. Y'all are letting, because y'all lazy. Y'all working so hard. So you guys can retire at 65 and 66 with y'all little reparation check, because that's what it is, with y'all little Social Security check. And while taxes are still going up, your property tax is still going up. Next thing you know, you can't afford that house no more that you done worked hard for and all that stuff. Next thing you know, your children don't know nothing, or you don't have children. So then what they do, they take your property and put you in a nursing home, AKA jail. And that's when, and they don't care. And the cycle's going to continue to go because you're dealing with undiagnosed, educated dummies who don't care about shit but themselves. And you got them in these positions. They're not humanitarians. They're not public servants. They're greedy. They're socialists. They have a socialist mindset. They have a communism mindset. They think they're better. They think they're better because they went to college. They think they're better because they can afford a studio apartment that's $2,700. They think that because they drive a Mercedes and it's fine, even though you're working 4 and 5 jobs just so you can afford this luxury because you feel like you're the elites because you joined Soho House and stuff like that. Nah, y'all, nobody don't want to live like that. And let me tell you something. We are the customer. We're going to forever be the customer. Us. See?
Up the
But yeah, so we the customer. If I'm the customer, why I'm not going to continue to pay this outrageous amount? Like, no, it doesn't make any sense. And that's what we're doing in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. Y'all are paying for a lifestyle that y'all can't afford, but it's really not a lifestyle because it shouldn't be a lifestyle. You just want to pay your bills, pay for groceries, make sure your kids go to a good school, be able to go out when you want to go out, take care of your parents, take care of your wife, take care of your spouse, whatever. You want this regular lifestyle shit that you're supposed to be able to do, that your grandparents was able to do, your mother was able to do, your aunt, your great-great-grandparents was able to do. We're trying to bring that right now. You got niggas arguing over 50-50. You've got these kids not being able to talk to nobody because nobody ain't talking about mental health. But the reason why nobody not talking about mental health because that's another bill. Like this, none of this don't make no sense.
You can't afford to see nobody. No, they don't make y'all. It don't make. And we keep trying to get y'all to see. We had the power to stop it right now. I mean, we have the power.
We have the power.
We the people, but you all keep giving y'all power to people who just want to keep getting rich off you. And like she said, and they socialize, so they just getting rich. So they can have that good
straight socialize. That socialize equals socialist. Socialites equal socialism. You got these mean girls that ain't about shit that will get fucked the first night. Now because they got 300,000 followers, now they're, oh my God, I inspire to be that person. I inspire to be what are you inspiring to be? Because you're making it look like she's doing this lavish stuff. She's going on these lavish, expensive vacations when her friend got her on a buddy pass. And then you got some scamming ass nigga that at the end of the day gonna give her some money, but he going to jail tomorrow. Like, like you. This you living in this is scammer life. Like, in order for you to live a life that is supposed to be normal, you're gonna have to scam a little bit. And that is what these politicians are doing. They're scamming with your tax dollars. These are RICOs. Everything that they say we would do, RICOs. If we try to scam the government in any type of way, PPP, what's happening? You getting arrested. All the people getting arrested off the scamming the government, scamming SBA. But what are they doing? They're scamming with your tax dollar. They're stealing your tax dollar. They're stealing our property. They're stealing our land. They're not making sure that we can get grants. They're not making sure that we get TIF money. Not making sure we get opportunity zone. Don't care if we want to buy the block. The fact that the city of Chicago didn't let Lil Durk buy O Block is how you know how shit crazy out here. They don't want the change. They don't want our kids to change and do something. They don't want our kids to mature. For so long, a person who actually does have a conscience, want to do better and stuff like that, and see the thing, eventually they'll stop. Well, yeah.
Eventually they'll stop. And you wanna. Eventually they'll stop. Yeah. Eventually they'll stop, and then they'll understand. But they can come back and tell you and help you because they know the problem. They've been with the problems. They've seen the problem. They probably was the problem. So, but what we have here, you all, and what we have going on here in this administration, that's the idea. They do not want us to have anything. We were just talking to a gentleman. They don't want us to own anything. They want us to rent. And it's just like George Orwell, who said 1984 book, own nothing. That's what they want. And we only have, and that's what when you look at the Democrat Party and everything they represent, they are always for government. They want the government all in your business. We want less government. Just let us live. Let us pay little we gotta pay and let us live. They want to be tax you, but you can't own nothing. Well, you're gonna be taxed so low to all you can do is give up your money and go back to work. You don't even have time to think about what's happening because you so taxed and so draining mentally that you just gotta pay your bills. That's how they want you, because when you like that, you don't have a chance to think. I just talked to a gentleman, and this is what he said to me. He said, Danielle, I don't even have time. He said, the way I'm being taxed in a way, all I do is work, go to sleep, give me a drink, and go back to work because everything's so high and everything. So I gotta keep, just a place where I live at. I don't have time to keep up with what's going on. He said, I see what you're doing, and I don't have time to even see what you're talking about or understand this because I gotta work. And when I work, I'm tired as heck. So I'm tired. So now I got to get up and go back to work again. And then I'm now trying to get a second job because now my property taxes done went up. This is how they want us. So we can't think about nothing. We just a worker. That's it.
And I'm not no worker. I've never, ever in my life worked for someone that I didn't learn something or it was worth something. Like Dick Gregory. Killer Mike, my brand, Omar Dorsey, Juice Adore, like it was worth if Mike, if it wasn't for me working with Mike, I wouldn't not know how to edit my videos. I can do content very well on this phone. I don't even want people have offered to buy me a camera. I don't want a camera because I feel like I'm so dope off this iPhone. Same thing with Drew. I was able to help Drew with a season of Atlanta Housewives because of this. I did doing content if I'm going to work for somebody, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be like maybe my training for something that I want to do. But I've always wanted my own. And the fact is, the money that our families have put in, and I mean all American citizen family have put into this country and put in work, put broad day. Worked for America, and I can't go to my government. We don't have no embassy. I can't go to my government and get no type of loan, no type of grant. Everybody should be able to get a grant off the first time. Like your first grant should be on the government. Should be on the government. How much should y'all tax us? We should be no issue with us going to get any type of money from the government.
Yeah. That's how money y'all giving back to us.
Yeah. I said living in New York City is bad, but not as bad as Chicago. You mean as far as corrupt?
Yeah, because New York City pretty bad as far as with these illegals and everything. Now it's real bad. You just probably haven't paid attention. But if you paying attention, New York City was the reason why we saw that we couldn't let it happen in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that now Eric Adams coming to his, trying to come to his senses and stuff, but no.
Yeah, we are taxed so much. We are tax free.
Yeah.
We are taxed so much, and y'all don't, and y'all see it as a Republican issue. The Republicans, like right now, I heard somebody say that this economy, they was talking about Larry Hoover. They said as bad as we're living in this Trump economy, even though this Trump economy, this is Biden's economy. This is Biden's economy. Bread was $8. Okay, when you wanted to buy all the ingredients for a grilled cheese sandwich, you was at $50. What are you talking about, Trump's economy? No, this is Biden's economy. This is Biden's economy, and we're going to, and we're not going to go back and forth. The Democrats is never getting the White House again. They're never getting the White House again. They're never getting anything that's a supervisor position. They're never going to get. You're never going to be the mayor again. You're never going to be governor. You're never going to be a senator. Y'all need a timeout. Y'all need probation. Y'all need political probation. Y'all completely bankrupt the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is bankrupt and still trying to hold on to the Palestine and Israel war. Let it go. Let it go. They've been fighting that war since the Bible. Let it go. They're going to be fighting that war when we leave, unless Ethiopia steps up and and reclaims their land. That's their land.
So so the problem is that the Democrat Party is over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, this is Biden's economy.
Every place they go, they destroy. They can't govern. The problem is they don't know how to govern, and their policies don't help. They don't know how to. They don't know how. Trump is a businessman. That's the only way in America is a business. That's why he know how to run the business. Most of these people that have been in power, they never had a business. They never.
India
business.
was charging us 52%. India, Kamala's cousins, they were charging us 52%. They are the bottom of the totem pole. Like, that's why they hate us, because they're melon too. But they are the poor of the poor of the poor. They had they're in our tech. They're in all this stuff that they should not be in, and they charged us 52%. When he put them tariffs back on them, all of a sudden, no tariffs. Yes, how fucking dare you, fucking India, the poorest country out here. Your fucking water looks like hot chocolate with marshmallows, and the marshmallows is trash.
Yeah, and see, you sitting up there, and that's a business. That was a business.
Yeah.
See, that's what
Biden didn't care. Biden literally let all these people over while him and his son and Fauci and whoever else was working out deals to Ukraine, working out China, working out Israel. Are you crazy? Yeah, right. So I said they need to go to jail. Yes. Jail, completely to jail, straight to jail, prison. We would like to trade Larry Hoover for Pritzker, for Trump. Excuse me, President Trump. FBI Cash Patel, Don Bongino, Pam Bondi, Michael Horowitz. We as a people, and me as Chicago Flips Red, the organization.
Represent the freedmen.
We are asking for you to come pick up Governor J.B. Pritzker, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, Mayor Brandon Johnson and his family. Pick the kids up too.
Tony
Preckwinkle. Jason Lee, Maurice Robinson, anybody, Walter Burnett, the Hispanic KKK, Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez, Andre Vasquez, Mike Rodriguez, Brian Citro Lopez. Who else would we like to throw up in there? Daniel Laspada, Banana Suit. We are willing to trade in Christopher Clark of City of Harvey Mayor, Tiffany Hanyard. We would like to throw all them in the RICO package. We want to give you the RICO package for Larry Hoover's freedom. We would like Larry Hoover's freedom for them. That is a big RICO. You talking about? He had 6 life sentences. They're looking at 200 life sentences for all this stuff. We want you to pick up J.B. Pritzker's wife, his cousin, the trans cousin. We want you to we want you to pick up all of them. We want you to pick up Anna Karenina, whatever her name is, his chief of staff, J.B. Pritzker. We want you to pick them all up, put them all together.
And we're also throwing Obama.
Yeah, we're throwing Obama and
Jesse
Jackson Jr., Jonathan Jackson. We will, all of them. University of Chicago. Please come and get them too. Okay, dailies. We throw the dailies in as well because they sold our streets to Dubai. Yep. He's a hoe. So that's what we that's.
And we'll take Larry Hoover.
Get Madigan, throw Madigan up in there too. Yes, and we will. That's it. We want that, and we want Larry Hoover in return. That's it. So how do you want to do this? Call us to figure it out. We would like to be a part. We would like to be there when you pick these people up and put the handcuffs. With Pritzker, you're probably going to need an extended one. But please, that's what we want. We want that. We want that because they should not be in any type of a position when it comes to the people. When it comes to our people, when it comes to our tax dollar, when it comes to any of that, no, they are criminals. They are incompetent. They don't know how to govern. They're wrong. They have messed up this city for years and years and years and years and years and years. And people can sit here and talk about, it's Lori Lightfoot, it's Mayor Brandon Johnson. No, Mayor Brandon Johnson just put the cherry on the top. But it starts with Daley. Yeah. Daley Jr. should have been out of office. Y'all let that man be in there for too freaking long. Then you dealt with Rahm Emanuel that did the same thing. He was about to be Daley 2.0. Yeah. If it wasn't for that Laquan McDonald situation, he would have got out. Then he's the one who got, I'll do it with Lori Lightfoot. I'll work through Lori Lightfoot. Mm-hmm. Lori Lightfoot, big suit foot ass. That didn't work, thank God, because of COVID, and honestly, it had to do that because it probably would have been messed up even more. Yeah. And now you're dealing with this idiot who don't have no experience. This is a failed teacher. He has no experience when it comes to anything. So you're dealing with him, and he's showing you that he's dumb. Yep. Now they're telling him, all right, we're going to go back to the black now. They go back to the black. Go back. No, we good. We good. Lord. We good.
Good. No.
We good, Lord.
Keep something that sound like you been.
Yeah, we good, Lord. We don't need you. No. Remember, the buses are going to keep coming. I didn't flinch. Okay, just keep not flinching. Trump, please come get Brandon Johnson and all of them people that he talked about. Sierra Boatwright, Annette Guzman. Annette Guzman don't know how to count at all. We don't have a comptroller. That Chase guy, he got the fuck up out of there. He said, you know what? And y'all had the nerve to bring him back to put him on this consultation situation. He left. We have no comptroller. He left and works for Devon Bank. But then you put Devon Bank put them back on this financial committee thing. But you know why? Because Trey said, if you don't put us on there, I'm going to tell what I saw as the comptroller.
Yeah, as a comptroller. That's y'all. That's what we keep saying, and we really trying to we begging y'all. We begging. Listen. I grew up the South Side of Chicago, been South Side all my life. I know. Look, I've been. Now listen, I'm just gonna be honest. Larry Hoover, I don't know him, so I'm not with none of that because I'm not with no. I don't know, but I don't know Larry Hoover because I wasn't born when he did. So that's just that. So I have no game, no dog in the fight. I'm just saying that was just a chess move on Trump. I know I did and everything, but please, y'all, look. South side.
Because they kept on racist anyway.
Yeah.
He says, well, since I'm racist, let me free Larry Hoover and see what Pritzker's going to do over there.
Because I'm
because I'm racist. So from one racist to I know for sure that's the racist. I'm going to go ahead and pardon Larry Hoover. Let's see what he's going to do. Your turn. Your turn, King.
I just know since I've been born, they've been saying free Larry Hoover. I've been hearing about free Larry. That was it. That was all that people been talking about. So I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't know. But like I said, y'all know us. Southside Chicago, grew up, born and raised. Know the ins and outs of Chicago. Love y'all. Zoe mama, born and raised here. Zoe back and forth here. Listen, y'all. Seriously, we pleading back with y'all. We would not tell y'all nothing wrong.
I'm not begging them.
I'm talking about begging and pleading with y'all to wake up.
I would like y'all to wake up, but I'm not. Mr. Gregory told me to save myself, and I am saving myself. Now, I'm going to walk y'all. I would like y'all to walk the trail with me. I would like us to walk the trail together, and let's succeed together, and let's make history. But am I going to stop and try to make you understand why we need to go this route? No, you are at your big age. You should know what's going on. If the kids know that it's something wrong, if the kids see it's a problem, then you should know that they should not. I know a lot of kids' parents that are stupid, and they know their parents are stupid. They know their parents are dumb, but at the end of the day, they're not going to go back and forth. They're just going to make their final decision. Like, okay, you go Democrat, I'm going with Trump. Okay, shouts out to my man Trump. Okay, because if it wasn't for the he gave us, you got they living on. He pardoned Kodak Black. This is their generation. So this is what they're going to know. I hate this thing. It's going like this. No, it's going. Okay, yeah. This is their generation. So their generation is going to know Trump as pardoning Kodak Black, pardoning Lil Wayne, pardoning NBA YoungBoy, Kim Kardashian helping. She helped a lot of people too. People sleep with Kim Kardashian, but when the first term, she helped a lot of people get out. She went and got her little law license and everything. They're gonna know him as a STEMI president. They're gonna say, oh, he got us our STEMIs. Even with y'all can say, oh no, it was Congress that voted on it, but it doesn't matter. You guys wanted to give it. Y'all wanted to give it to him. He knew that this whole thing was a fraud, but because y'all wanted to make it seem like y'all were doing something, y'all had to give them something, because at the end of the day, America was going crazy. Y'all had all these people shut down. Y'all didn't know what was going on. Didn't know what was going on. Y'all lying in Democrat states. Y'all lying to these people. Y'all killing these people. Y'all doing all the other stuff while red states is out there getting the money. So Trump is like, why do we need to do stimulus checks when these people can just get out and work? They got all this PPP money going all over the place. They're doing all this people shit. Atlanta flourished during that move, and that was a blue
that's how
city.
They stole all that money. They knew that's how they stole.
Yeah, but that's how they were stealing all that money. So I'm just saying that to say that this is the president that the younger generation knows as. They know him that he just commuted Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover, that people that you go to the BMS song, I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover, I know right now his what's his name, Rick Ross shit. I know that shit going crazy right now. You've got people people that follow Dirk and them going crazy. Like, you don't understand what this man is. he's going down as he was that president. He was that president who pardoned majority of black people that's been locked up in these cages. The racist president, the same president that y'all don't give him his props for. Y'all don't care. But you've got Biden, racist Biden, who did he pardon from the crime bill? Who did Biden? Who did Biden pardon? All them people that Bill Clinton, saxophone Bill Clinton, and him pardon. Locked up. Who did he pardon besides the serial killer Dr. Fauci and his son?
For the same thing, for the crack.
Yeah,
it was his son. It was his son. And these kids, not only that, that ain't all they're gonna know him from, because my son and them, they understand, because we're in the era where you can be entrepreneurs, people like that. You don't have to work a job. You can create your own job. We have a lot of entrepreneurs now. They're known as the president. He's the president who they made a lot of money when he was president. Because my business made a lot of money because the economy was just flowing. The money was flowing. Before, that's why they had to bring that COVID and shut it down, because his economy was doing too good.
Yeah,
I make the most money within those years that with President Trump, and my kids and his. So anybody who wanted to do something with their life was able to do it and make money, and all those regulations and all that. So he's the president, and they know. See, they didn't have this fake news to go bad when we was older. That's all we had. They only had what they had, which was the internet and things like this. So they understood that this didn't make sense. We were getting money here. Whatever we wanted to be in life, when y'all told us we can be anything. We don't have to work a job for nobody. We can create our own lane, create our own business, and it can flourish. They understood that, and they did it, and it was.
Right.
And because he was real estate, they was able to get businesses, and you know how many black people make so much money in real estate. So it was all of that. So he understood the economy. He understood business. He understood that all these regulations, that's killing you just trying to build your business. See, all these things, tax breaks, we need these things in order to be successful. Those kids understood this. They know when Biden and them got in office, or the Democrats, it wasn't making sense. They knew when Obama got in there that we ain't with this LGBTQ
at all,
and we ain't. What's going on here? We ain't with none of this. See, they know.
They stopped teaching children life skills, survive. Like all they knew is survival skills off of social media. Mm-hmm. So you see these people who are influencers, like there are true influencers out here that really made a change. Ari is one of them. I love Ari. That's G Herbo's baby mama. She lit. Yeah. You don't like her?
No.
Okay, well I do. I like her.
Opinion.
And I like her because I feel like she got it from she learned how to work she learned how to work social media to her liking.
You talking about
yeah. And so that's what these kids learned off of. That's what they learned. They learned how the algorithm. They learned that once they went viral, they got to continue. It has to be consistent. One of the things that I didn't do after I came off of the Breakfast Club, I said immediately start doing videos and stuff like that. So many people told me, or some people saying, a lot of people don't like him, but Sir Major, the whole situation, like he DM'd me and told me, hey, you have Mr. Steal Your Wig, but you need to put Zoe underneath it. He said, because people are looking for you, but they're looking for Zoe. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't know. You understand? But these people know these things. These kids know these things because they learned it. They once you, I remember I had a conversation with Blame It on Quay and Lala. And I remember Blaming on Quay, I asked him, I said, well, how did you start going viral? And I remember he said just one day, he's like, man, it was him and his best friend at the time. I think they're still best friends, but he went off and did that. She went and got married and stuff like that. But he said they did this car skit and it went viral. He said, but one of the things about when you go viral, you have to continue to do it. You have to continue to do it. And with stuff like that, I've seen it failed for people. I've seen that people trying to chase that high, right? That viral high, and make themselves look like whole fools. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so my thing is, I'm not gonna do it like that. I want it organically. The real people gonna find me. I'm starting to organically get followers back to when I first went viral. When I finally did learn this, I was getting 100,000 views, stuff like that, so quick like that. But then they hurried up and censored me down to 500 views, 1,000 views, 2,000 views to shut my money up. I mean, to stop my money, because if I'm consistently doing 100,000 views, I'm gonna keep doing this, and I keep doing it, getting information out, because I'm giving good information out. I also can make a decent living doing it, but they don't want that. They want me to say, they want me to do stupid stuff. They want me to talk about woo, 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 talk like this woo, 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 because do, and da, 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 and pop, 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 and shot, and da, da, da. They want me to do all that. Yeah, like I'm 30, yeah, you ain't learning. I'm 39 years old. I don't care about shooting no gun. I don't care about talking about who had the beef with this. This used to be the gang over here. Now this is the gang over here. Now that's the gang over there. Nah, I need y'all to understand that these people, we have laws. We have laws, and that the government, the government and private corporations and companies, they have to go by these laws, and they have to go by these policies. If they do not do it, you have a lawsuit. And you don't have to go wait for a lawyer. Why the fuck I'm not waiting for no lawyer? Dear Your Honor, what, where, when, why, how did it affect me? What cause? What am I asking for? Here are the laws. Thank you. And here's the evidence. So I'm paying my bill $400. I want my money, whatever you want, plus my $400 back. So I want $10,000 plus $465 because I had to file it. So $10,465 is what I want. And you, most likely, all the private companies always gonna settle, because it's not gonna make no sense for them to continue to drag something and pay a lawyer.
Oh, you know, they'll be more out of way more than 10,000, 20,000. 50,000,
yeah. So that's it. We can do all this stuff ourselves, and that's what they have an issue with. The problem. That's why I really need y'all to look up the 13th and 14th and 15th Amendment, but especially the 14th Amendment right now, because Donald Trump and a few other Republicans that are Republicans to the core, as far as they understand the Republic, they understand the policy, they believe in the Constitution. They are literally fighting for us, and we're not even standing behind them right now. We're not standing behind them right now because y'all hate Donald Trump,
and they don't know why.
for being rich, to being privileged, for being a privileged man that his family, his father made sure that he was going to be good. All that stuff, y'all. Oh, he's a failed business person. He ain't never had to use his money. Y'all use y'all money and still go bankrupt.
They should fight. They should hate Jasmine Crockett because she's privileged.
They all but again, when they're using that, cause my mama did this and my mama died for this and I went to this and I'm and I'm proud. I'm a proud HBCU graduate. I've been saying for a long time. A lot of these, especially Howard University, a lot of the White House uses these HBCUs to launder their money. Yeah. They launder their money because it's too many people, and it's real talk. It's too many people that go to these HBCUs and cannot afford, and no black person, this real talk, any black person, that black American freedman that goes to HBCU should have no issues with get they tuition paid for. It shouldn't be. It should be no issue.
All type of grants.
And they have grants, but it doesn't make any sense what type of grants. It's pick and choose. It's honestly, it's your people's calling you up and saying, "Hey, girl, I got this opportunity. Look, just you don't even got to go through the whole thing. Yeah. Just bring it. Just send it to me, and I'll put it up to the top.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Yeah,
that's it. That's really
So you can sit and it's who you know. It's literally who you know, and they're taking and they're gonna look after. I'm not saying don't look after your homies, but make sure you're looking after everybody. How do you? Like, you don't need to keep giving your same friend this opportunity grant, bitch. This your fourth time you done gave this restaurant this. They food still nasty.
$3 million.
Yeah, their food still nasty. Just because they putting a parsley on the lamb chops and making mashed potatoes with a little bit of American cheese does not mean that they can cook. These people suck. All y'all think, a lot of these restaurants get these same neighborhood opportunity grant. A lot of them starting to be the same people on the west side, like South Side people don't know how to cook or something like that. But y'all are embarrassing y'all aunts, y'all grandparents, because clearly y'all grandparents didn't know how to cook. Y'all chicken be soggy. Y'all, everybody's not gonna eat. Y'all lamb chopping everything. Y'all lemon peppering everything. Man, niggas wasn't even doing. Your grandmama never even had lemon pepper in her cabinet. Yeah, y'all really embarrassing us as a culture. Real talk. Yeah, like, and nobody don't want to be around nobody like that. I don't want to associate myself with educated dummies.
They're indoctrinated.
I just can't do. I had to unfollow somebody today. A girl I've known for years. Girl, what you're not gonna do is blame all this on Trump.
You can't.
I'm not. What you're not gonna do? You fucking mentally ill at this point. You need to go see a fucking doctor. You need to go. Y'all need to set up an appointment with a psychiatrist because you might need some medication as well. And you need to ask yourself, why do I hate Donald Trump so much? Why do I let Donald Trump consume my mind so much? Why am I losing friendships because of Donald Trump? Why am I so mad and angry at this man? Why?
Yeah, that's what y'all need to say. Really, not like for real. You need to really sit down and ask yourself why. And then she said, Zoe, it's funny. She has me laughing over here. Yeah, y'all really need to. That's what they call TDA with Trump. What's that?
The range Trump syndrome.
Yeah. Y'all really need.
Or Donald Trump syndrome. But y'all are
derangement syndrome.
TDS.
Y'all really need to ask yourself, like, and who told you to hate this man? Like, for real, because it came from somewhere. Because every time I ask somebody that, they have no valid reason.
Y'all keep saying the same shit.
Just racist.
Central Park 5, nigga. Central Park 5. That's the same people. I'll say Trump. All right, we're gonna say Central Park 5. Why y'all mad that he pardoned Larry Hoover?
Yeah, why y'all mad at that?
Why y'all mad he pardoned Larry Hoover? I mean, why y'all mad he commuted Larry Hoover's sentence? Y'all mad at him, the same person that y'all mad at the Central Park 5. Now he done computed Larry Hoover's sentence yesterday. He made that's a holiday. Tomorrow will forever be Larry Hoover Day. Because he committed.
So now y'all mad at that. Why y'all mad at that? Why y'all mad at the big beautiful bill that he gave? Because I can't believe it. You all mad at that. Talking about, he just doing that. He just trying. Why y'all mad at that? The big beautiful, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. Now, why y'all mad at that?
You know who else? You know who else was on? You know who else was on the Epstein list? What's his name? Robert Kennedy. And like he said, he came out there. Yeah, you're gonna see me on another. Yes, we flew over there. Yeah, I flew over there. Like that. No, I'm tired of that. Y'all don't have nothing else to do but to find.
All your other people was on there. And they
who was on the pastor's list? Who was on the pastor's list? Because y'all be getting it in the name of Jesus, in the name of a scripture, in the name of I mean, I understand the pastor did that, but I know plenty of people. I know real talk. I know plenty of women who have had to leave their congregation because he was out here having sex. The pastor was having sex with her child, her teenage daughter, all that stuff. I mean, or boys. So who on the pastor list? Who's on the pastor list? Y'all ain't using that yet. Yeah, who's on the pastor list?
y'all taking up for y'all past.
Yeah. So when y'all know who on the bed, so when y'all ready to put your pastor list out, then y'all can talk about the Epstein list. Y'all all got. And we tell you something. All these people. That's why nobody on the Democratic Party, as a black person, as a leader, that's coming out and fighting on top of this 14th Amendment. They talking about legals, LGBTQ, Trump syndrome. Trump is MAGA. He's a racist. He's a Nazi now. He's all of this. But ain't none of your pastors, ain't none of your black pastors, ain't none of your black leaders are talking about the 14th Amendment.
Mm-hmm. Why Jasmine Crockett ain't mentioning that? Why Hakeem Jeffrey ain't mentioning that? These supposed to be black people.
Yeah.
Why Maxine Waters ain't mentioning that?
Right.
Why Jesse Jackson that y'all say, why he not coming out talking about that? Why Obama not?
Okay.
Because guess what? Let me say this. Let's just reverse this. Let's just switch it. Let's just say Trump let these 50 white 22 million South Africans white in. Let's just say this. And then tried to give them, think about it, y'all, and tried to give them the white South Africa, 22 million of them he let in, put them all in our communities and stuff.
Right.
And then tried to give them the 14th Amendment.
Right.
Okay, let's just flip this.
Right.
You would be hearing all the black leaders, all your black pastors, because Jamal Brown, all your black pastors, everybody will be standing up saying that 14th Amendment is ours. We fought for slavery.
Yeah.
Dr. King died for that. They would be telling y'all to protest.
Y'all would start going to go get them the first black Republican senators. Y'all go find them now.
Yeah.
Y'all would go talk about, I'm a Frederick Douglass Republican.
Yeah.
Why would they do this to Frederick Douglass' legacy? Why are y'all doing this to Frederick Douglass? Why are y'all doing this to Frederick Douglass' legacy? Why are y'all doing it to them black senator legacy? Why don't y'all know y'all history? Mm-hmm. Y'all legit are dealing with the Democratic Party who basically are getting rid of our history. Mm-hmm. Legit giving away rid of our history, and y'all are okay with
giving it to somebody else who don't even belong in this country. Because if that was Trump who did this, who tried to give illegals out the 14th Amendment, and was saying, "Oh no, white people are for the amendment was the 14th Amendment was for white people," y'all would be up. Y'all would be pissed off.
Pissed. That's how I know y'all stupid.
Y'all would be pissed off. Now let's flip it back. Now you got Democrats who let 22 million illegals in. Most of them from Latin places, black people. We're gonna wait till because it's the new computer we trying now. Let's flip it. You got this is the same thing happening just with the Democrat Party and black people doing it, trying to give away the descendants of slaves, our ancestors they fought for, what Lincoln gave us for our people. Yeah, they trying to give that away.
15 Democrats presidents, and then he came and did and made sure that we have the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment.
Because the Democrats wasn't trying to. They was a part of the KKK. They wasn't trying to free us. Okay, so now you got this. Now you got the Democrat Party that's trying to give our birthright, trying to give our stuff away to some illegals, and fighting that hard for, and y'all not mad at them. Right. And now we're not mad at them because why? Because the fake news.
Because y'all got a mental illness. It's just like growing up with somebody, and you know if this person in your house is of age and doing shit he ain't supposed to be doing, but y'all hiding it underneath the thing. So y'all because y'all are trying to not show that this person did whatever. Do whatever you want to do. As far as that, wrong is wrong. And y'all are not holding these black elected officials, these pastors, anybody that has some type of influence when it comes to us and getting us and knowing that a lot of people trust y'all. A lot of people trust what a Roland Martin says. A lot of people trust what a Joanne Reed said. A lot of people trust what Maxine Ward, Jamal Bryant, all these people, y'all, that people believe, people have that, people trust that, and you're feeding them terrible misinformation because lies because you need your check to continue to come in so you can live your lifestyle
with the Gucci shawl.
With the Gucci shawl.
The Jamal Bryant hair.
But y'all ain't about that. Y'all not about a black excellence. Y'all not about us getting to a place where we don't need the government. We want smaller government. Everybody should be an advocate for smaller government. Like the fact that y'all are not, like the fact that y'all aren't even an advocate for that is a problem. Like y'all,
it's bad. That's why I said the more and more I talk when I listen to people, this is how I know it's bad. Anytime y'all mad, y'all not mad. Like I just gave y'all a scenario. If you switched it, y'all be pissed off if Trump brought in the white people and tried to give them that 14th Amendment. Y'all would be pissed. The fact that y'all not pissed that these Democrats trying to get these illegals out of here, that's scary to me. That's scary because it shows how bad off. So, see, I got hope. I keep telling so we can do it, but it's scary. It's getting really scary to me because if you all can't see this, and this is like something that y'all should be upset. Like I was like,
the Democratic Party is literally these elites who are the House Negro. They are literally selling us to the foreign countries. They're literally doing what Africa did during slavery to Europe. They're literally, the Africans sold us to the Europeans, and the Europeans snapped us up and sent us over here to America, right? They're doing the exact same thing. It's just 2025, and hell no. I need my check. I don't care about y'all legacy. I don't care about y'all history. Y'all don't care why I don't care. And that's what's going on. And y'all gonna continue to allow that. Y'all crazy. So I don't want to be associated with nobody like that. If you come my way with something crazy, unless you're not talking about us a lawsuit or us protesting in DC, don't come to me about nothing else, because this state is flipping red, this city is flipping red, Cook County is flipping red. I'm not endorsing a Democrat. I'm not endorsing an independent. I'm not endorsing any of that. I know exactly what I'm endorsing. I know who exactly I'm endorsing, and I know exactly what this city needs. And it doesn't need any of these established politicians that's here who are doing nothing but lying to y'all like they continue to do.
That's it. And it's scary because the amount of ignorance and it's getting scary to me, y'all.
Yeah, like y'all grown.
I got hope. But it's getting real scary when I'm seeing like the stuff that y'all know that y'all should be really fighting for and seeing with y'all own eyes, and y'all can't see it. It's getting real scary because it's like now. It'd be like, I know they're going to see this. Like this, you cannot even, you can't miss it.
I'm trying to tell you, God had to figure out what could he do to really show us that, y'all are one step from niggas niggas was never here. And they're going to say it was, this is what, it's honestly, what foreign country can conquer America? Y'all talking about Christopher Columbus. You talking about Christopher Columbus? Let's talk about the Jews. Let's talk about the Mexicans. Let's talk about the Hindu Indians. Let's talk about Palestine. Let's talk about Venezuela. Let's talk about Haiti. They're trying to conquer America. Who's going to get it first? And y'all, and we funded every business that they got is because of us. But we can't get shit. And y'all sitting here mad at Donald Trump. You weird. You weird. You're a weirdo. You a lame. You a
because
weirdo.
he said America
Yeah.
first. No, ain't no country gonna take America.
Yeah.
I'm stopping all of this.
Yeah.
And the Democrats,
America first, because he loved himself. He has a legacy. He know his fan. Like, nah, like hell no.
Could y'all imagine? Now, I want to give y'all this. Could y'all imagine? This is how fake this news media. This is why it's so sickening to me. Can y'all imagine when Donald Trump went to Arabia? What was that? Saudi Arabia, and the biggest deal he got. Wait a minute, it's messing up a little bit. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we back. When Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia, the biggest deal in history, they made something wrong with that, or they act like, I'm making sure this computer is starting to act jinky. Okay, here we go. Could you imagine if Obama did everything Trump is doing right now, because Obama was talking about this. We got clips of Obama talking about how those need to come. Oh, he talked about that. He talked about illegal shouldn't be here. You know, they got to come here the right way. Oh, everything Donald Trump is doing, Obama talked about and said that's what he was on. Could you imagine if he talked about going into as far as the Department of Justice, going into cutting the fat out the government, they taking our money, all that. Could you imagine if Obama did everything President Trump is doing right now? He'd be Jesus. The media make him Jesus. Y'all be talking about he Jesus. If he did the same thing that Trump is doing right now, y'all would call him Jesus. He would be the best thing since. He would be Jesus to y'all. The media will make y'all feel like he Jesus because he'll be. Oh my God! Breaking news: Obama just went to Saudi Arabia and got us the biggest deal ever. Oh,
and he brought back a plane. Our president brought us back a plane.
They would be celebrating everything.
That's my president.
Oh my God! Obama just commuted. Larry Hoover. He would be the Jesus to y'all.
Yeah, 8 years to community sentence.
Yes, he would be Jesus.
He also had 8 years to charge George Zimmerman on the federal. He could do the same, the complete opposite of what's going on now, right? The charges got dropped from the state of Florida, right? So the state of Florida and then when they dropped them charges, the federal Department of Justice could have picked up federal charges.
So everything he doing that Trump is doing, if Obama did it, it would be breaking news every day for the first 100 days. Remember they did the first 100 days with Trump? It would be breaking news. Oh my God, look what Obama did. Oh my God. They would be celebrating him like he just, I'm telling you. But y'all won't, but everything Trump doing, everything, no matter like Trump said, I can give y'all a cure for cancer right now. And y'all still gonna find something bad about it. Y'all still gonna find a way to complain. He
can honestly give us the everything that we were supposed to get in the Reconstruction era, but make it to what we equivalent to what we're dealing like in this what we're in this generation. So like it could be cash payments, it could be our home being paid off. If you already paid your home off, you get reimbursed. You can get your money in gold if you want an option for go. You don't owe the taxes. Everybody gets get your school paid for. All of that stuff. He can do all that right now, and y'all still will see. Because if it would have been Obama would have gave us more money.
Yeah. Y'all gonna find it's gonna be the Democrat Party gonna make y'all see something wrong with it. Now they ain't gave y'all nothing but a reparation study. They haven't given y'all nothing,
and they barely give you that.
And they ain't nothing that they ain't give y'all that. But I'm just
they just needed photo ops. They do the monthly stuff. They do a photo op though, so they can show all these black people that's coming in here about the reparation study, and then y'all get some white guy because I've been to 2 of them, and they'll have it at Malcolm X College, and we'll pack up in there, and they'll give you some water and some crackers. And then they'll tell us that during the 1919 race riots, and we went through this and that, and the history, like we know all that. Now let's get to the bucks.
Yeah, let's get to the bucks.
How much you thinking? But they can't do that because honestly, it's going to have to be on the federal level. And the Democratic Party is never going to give you reparations on the federal level. Now, the Republicans can give you reparations on the federal level because when they start with the Reconstruction era and the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, the 40 acres and the mule, all the stuff that they were supposed to give us once we were free, we didn't get those because they blew Abraham Lincoln's brains out. So then what we had to deal with, Andrew Johnson, bitch ass, who was AKA Biden. That was Biden, AKA Biden, just back then. So now that we're here, y'all hate the Republican Party because they're racist and it's supremacy and they don't care. You got the liberals who don't give two fucks about you, telling you about how terrible they are when they are making so much money off of you. They're pissed off because they lost the game. Black people are pissed off because Trump is supposed to be a racist because you're listening to the Bernie Sanders, you're listening to the Elizabeth Warren, you're listeling to all these white liberals, these Jews, Pritzker, all these people that are telling you about we know what racism is. If a black person don't know anything, we know when we're being discriminated on, especially me. I know from the gender, from the sexual orientation to the skin, to my skin color. I know exactly when a person just has an opinion and this happens to be white or non-black, and then I know when a motherfucker is racist. And we're dealing with classism, racism, prejudice, and people who think that you're a fool. And because if you don't go and align with their agenda, then you are the fool. No, you're the fool because you don't have an independent mind. You don't have no allegiance to any party. We don't have no allegiance. I don't have no allegiance to any party. I'm choosing to go this way. I'm choosing the Republican side. I'm choosing the Republican side as far as what it aligns with. The Democratic Party, no, I don't want. I don't care about Section 8 that much, and to give them everything for crumbs. They want everything. They're basically taking everything from you for little crumbs, and then when you finally do get them little crumbs, they'll say, you'll be like, oh, thank God, we finally got something. See, they ain't that bad.
And they say you better not make a little bit more than that. You better not make nothing more than that.
If you see a black developer is getting $5 million from the government, I promise you that white developer that's coming right behind them has gotten $100 million contracts, $40 million contracts, $60 million contracts. Y'all literally taking little crumbs. When I'm watching, I'm down there, I'm watching these developers getting hundreds of millions of TIF money, hundreds of millions of money. But then when it comes to these little small black developers, we'll give you a $3 million contract, and you guys take it knowing that y'all need at least $40 million. But you got to pay the people. You have to pay for supplies. Anything could happen. You got to pay for permits, insurance, all of that stuff. But you guys are taking pennies. And you think because you live in a democratic city, they're for you. You need to go into the finance meetings. You need to go into the TIF meetings. You need to go to housing and real estate and look at how much money the local government is giving to these developers.
Yep.
And you ain't getting nothing.
Because they're selling you out to the highest bid because they getting paid off this.
Yeah. Anybody that still listens to WVON is crazy too.
Rufus Williams. His name even Rufus.
Yeah.
Why would you?
That's just like AC Green. If y'all still believe in reverse mortgages with AC Green, and you can go look, at all of his reviews online. Everybody's lost their house. Like this is. I'm just saying, like, we don't got to be this dumb. Just do the information. And my thing is, if you don't want to research, you can send me an email. I promise you, I'll give you everything you need because I don't want us to be out here looking crazy. I don't. I don't. Every other culture does this. Every other nationality, race does this. We the only ones who like, you just gonna figure it out yourself. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's that piece. We've been on for
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. All right, thank you.
So y'all listen. I still got hope for y'all. Keep hope alive.
She got hope.
Listen, I
no Jesse Jackson.
No
Jesse
Jackson. But y'all, I do. I know.
I got hope too, but I'm not. Y'all grown as hell. Only people I have time to talk to are the kids. Yeah, because they know it's some BS.
Yeah, and I know. And not the kids. See, Zohar is for the kids. I can't. My patience with the kids is, So that's why I said I'm more so with Zoe for the kid, because she a lot of patience with the kids. So God know what He's doing. It's the
they're our future.
Yeah, our future. So
kids are our future.
But I was saying, y'all, I know I
care about y'all kids.
I know we can wake. We gotta wake up, y'all. We have to, for real. If we only have to, if we want a fighting chance, and if y'all
we're in the lead. It's not no fighting chance. We're in the lead. We're in the lead. It's just that when the devil comes and brings somebody that's in a person form, and they start talking that negative stuff and mess up the manifestation and all those things, remove them motherfuckers away from you.
Yeah, you're right. Right. So we can do this, y'all. We can do this.
Yeah, I know our privilege. I know our power. I want you. I know mine by myself. I know mine with her. So you too. Can do this.
Yeah. We just need everybody to come together and just understand who we are.
And everybody. Because I don't have no hope for just these niggas.
No. But see, we have to keep. The problem is, y'all, we have to keep addressing the freedmen community, because the white community,
the 13, 14, 15,
they got it. So we don't have to beat that dead horse. They got it. Now, if they didn't have it, we'd be like, white people, look, y'all.
No, some of them don't got it either. However, they are more of the mischievous.
These white liberals who are the real racists, who hate us, those are the ones
Malcolm X told
y'all about. Now, those ones, they know that because their whole thing is to see us fail. Their whole being is to they hate us. So and they're racist. So anything that's a detriment to us, they want to happen in the name of we love y'all, we looking out for y'all. So that's who they are. But the reason why we have to keep addressing the freedmen community is because we are the ones who vote blindly. We're not educated. We refuse to educate ourselves on policies. I'm looking at everybody sending me emails complaining. And everything they complain about is the policies is the Democrat policies. Now they vote Democrat, but everything you talking about with the trans that's in your schools, these illegals in your school, and things like that, those are your policies. You keep voting this way, but they don't understand it, because we have not been politically educated to understand that we got to look at the policies, no matter what party, the policies. So that's what we have to understand. So when we start understanding that, okay, what policy is this? I don't like this trans thing going on in my school. I don't like these illegals. Okay, let me see who voted for this and who's for this. And when they start looking up, seeing, oh, you voted for this? Oh, you did this? Oh, no. I can align with you. When we start understanding these things, then we can make different choices. And we can then... We can really leverage our votes and leverage the power that we have. But right now, we giving our votes, we giving everything away without no return at all. And we just smile,
Look, Chicago Tribune has somebody let's see who it is. Somebody says Larry Hoover, of course, and they ain't gonna talk about getting them out. But it said Larry Hoover deserves to be in prison. Chicago FBI boss says of gangster disciple.
Let me show y'all something. Watch what the Democrat Party is doing. Listen to all these Democrat false media. Everything they finna do now, because you gotta understand, fake news is only another arm of the Democrat Party. Right. See, the ball is in the Democrat side now, in Pritzker. They cannot make him look bad, or they trying their best to not make him look bad. So they're trying to now watch what these liberal media outlets be saying. They're going to say everything how bad Larry Hoover is. They're going to talk about that. So if Pritzker don't pardon him, then it's not going to look like it's going to, well, okay. But think about it. The same liberal media did not tell you about Trendy Aqua, did not tell you how bad these illegals were, and told you, how did you know that they were MS-13? Trump just deporting anybody. How did they know? They didn't get due process. The same liberal media is telling you that. Why are they doing that? Because it's the Democrat Party. They're protecting illegals now. So they want to make, they don't want to make the illegals.
Yeah, they think this dude is about to come out. Mm-hmm. Now, he was going through it right then and there. Mm-hmm. He was curling his hair, and they came and locked him up. Mm-hmm. But they think this man is not this man anymore. Okay, now this is not him. And a lot of them. And my thing is, a lot of time when he was trying to, and I do remember this too, when he was trying to make a change, when he basically seeing that we probably saw, like, okay, I gotta get these kids in the government, especially when
they said and they didn't want coming that. Out. They showed it. Yeah. That I was looking at a little documentary, and they were saying how when things was happening in our community, he would organize marches, and they would shut it down. Like, right. You can't come in here doing just whatever you wanted to do. And that's what he would do.
Yeah, he started having them start wearing suits, start dressing up. Yeah, because and they don't want us. Let me tell you something. The Democrats' worst nightmare is Black financial security. Black freedmen, American financial security, stability. They do not want that. They can't have that. They cannot have that. They have made sure that we are always going to deal with traumatic stuff. Like they've got it. They've got it down to a science. They don't want to help these men with mental health. They don't want to help these kids with mental health. Why would they do something like that? Why? They don't want that. They don't want to show who are the true heathens over here. Mm-hmm. They don't want to show that at the end of the day, the majority of the time that we do anything that has to do with charged criminal, anything that's criminal, it's because the majority of the cases are survival. A lot of Black people steal because y'all have not afforded us the things that we need. Anything that anybody, people can come right over here. We just saw it, $22 million. You offered them a home. You offered them food. You offered them travel, free travel. They knew they was going to be able to go anywhere. All the free travel. You offered them food stamps, cash assistance. They didn't have to no permits when it came to selling whatever they want to sell. They was still they came over here stealing from Macy's all of the time, every day. And what would you do? Just let them back out? Then give them a record. Yeah. Then give them a record. But we getting shoplifting records, even if it's not proved that we did it, and it's still on our record. They did that. That right there is a lawsuit for anybody, any American citizen that was born and raised here, couldn't get a job or anything like that because of their record. But these people can come in and get everything, but you won't give that. You won't afford us that. You haven't yet to give us our reparations, any economic resource, anything from the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Like, we haven't got shit from when we just free. We're free, but we're really not free. Like, they put us back in. Now we're in this modern type jail/slavery. Either you can get, we're not locked. You're not locked up. Yeah, I'm not locked up, but now I'm dealing with emotional stuff. You know how many people are committing suicide? We got a lot of people that are committing suicide in our race because they cannot find find mental health. They don't care about our mental health. They can't find a job. They can't take care of themselves. They're not going to be on the street or any of those things, but they try to get their help, but they can't get any help from this same government, especially Democratic Party, the same people here that will talk about affordable housing, will talk about the homeless rating here, will talk about the drug issue here, will talk about the mental ill health and how we got to get these people off the street. But then I'm watching people go down to City Hall and ask these very same people that are standing up, the Brian Cicho Lopez's, the Rosanna Rodriguez Shannons, the Carlos Ramirez Rosa, the Walter Burnett's, all these David Moores, all these people to sit there and say the Maria Haddon, bitch, the reason why you in there off of you were homeless and but you came to that, but you literally moving seniors out of your ward for illegals and you was homeless.
Yeah, this is who we is. This is who we keep electing, putting in these seats.
Yeah, they do not want us to succeed, but we literally do not need them, and that's what they're scared of now. That's why they got to keep these people over here. That's why they got to keep these people over here, because they see people are walking off in droves. They're walking off in droves. Like, hell no.
20 million. The Democrat Party said 20 million to figure out how to get men back.
Right.
So we can figure it out. Look, let me tell you one thing. Get rid of the gay stuff. Get rid of the trans stuff, all that gay stuff, because men ain't with that. Let's start right there, but they can't do that because that's not their party policies. Right. So that's all they can. So they can't do that. That you ain't gotta spend 20 million. Pay me. I'll tell you how to get the men back. You see what I'm saying? Because the real men ain't going for all that emasculating them and making them like they gotta be soft and this you can't be masculine and all that and all this trans. They ain't with that. So if you got rid of that, that's a real big way to get men back. And economics, resources. Stop putting the black woman over the man. Stop giving them everything, all these jobs, and putting them over the man.
But not teaching them how to do this together. Right. Now you want them to. You literally, the Democratic Party honestly has emasculated the man. They have emasculated the man. I can't even just say black man. They have emasculated the man. Yeah. They do not want the man to be the lead. Yeah. They do not want the man to be the provider. They don't want the man to teach their children or be involved with their children and be good parents and be role models. They literally do not want the man at all. They want the man unless the man wants to be a gay slave to these weirdos. They don't want that, and they want our children. They want our children as well. So that's what it is. So when you got people that see that, it's like hell no.
Real men.
Yeah, hell no. And people moving over to another side. You've got the Democratic Party that are mad. Like how fucking dare you? How dare you figure out? How dare you figure out that we were on some bullshit? How dare you figure out that we want to fuck your father, your son, and start at 3 years old? How fucking dare you get mad that we don't have the Constitution in the schools, but we want drag brunches starting at 3 years old? How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you care about your child that much? That's our child. Yep. That's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
How dare you don't choose LGBTQ over who you are?
Yes. Right. Over just being a American citizen or just being Chicago citizen. How dare you not?
How dare you mad that we're giving your tax dollar to foreigners?
Yeah.
How dare you mad that we're displacing you and we don't care about your senior, we don't care about the seniors? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you think for yourself? How dare you think for yourself? How dare you have critical thinking skills?
How dare you care for yourself?
How dare you have common and have self-worth and common sense? Who do you think you are, peasant?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
That's how they look at you.
How dare you? How dare you try to mess up the game? The Democrat game. The gay game.
Gay.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
day you
next day, right now they're working on a gay Bible.
Yeah.
They're working on a gay Bible right now. They're gonna have, and let me tell you, the gay Bible is gonna go viral. The gay Bible, they're gonna put it on The View. Whoopi Goldberg, bitch ass, is gonna start talking about the Bible. You know what? I looked at the gay Bible, and I started to figure out that you know what?
It was.
It was about 3 or 4 gay disciples that was sitting at Jesus's table, and I did not know that. Did you see the girl with the little? You remember the one at the end had a little butt, and he was like showing it like this. Like they'll start. You guys gonna come out with everything.
Yeah.
A gay cookbook.
They already got gay churches that's right now, but they ain't really calling them gay churches, but they letting gay people preach, and they got a gay Bible they're preaching on. Oh, it's coming.
It's getting real. It's getting real gay, and I'm gay. Shit's so gay. I don't even want to be a part. I don't want to get away from them letters. Get the fuck away from me. I'll fight every fucking letter. Get the fuck away. Fight all them fucking letters. No beef. I got big beef with them letters. LGBTQ, elemental P, QR. Matter of fact, take them out the alphabet. I don't want them in there. I don't want them in there at all because y'all violating alphabets. Y'all violating alphabet letters. The alphabet didn't do shit to you, and you out here violating the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q, and the plus sign. Kids don't know how to add or subtract, but you adding the plus sign to the LGBTQ. Yeah, I don't want no problem. I want to. Man, y'all don't want me in the motherfucking White House. I'll abolish every letter. What? I don't even know what the LGBTQ man. No, anybody. I write a law. Anybody that comes here, starting with I'm any of these words before I'm black or white or whatever. Like shit, wild out here. Yeah, it's gang. Everything is gang. Got the gay gang, but this gay gang, the Democrat gay gang, they don't like nobody. They don't like no women. You're dealing with gay men over there in the Democratic Party that is competing with y'all broads. With y'all, and y'all okay with it because my gay bestie just got me some Beyonce concert tickets. Bitch, he's fucking your husband. The fuck? Yeah, now he got to explain. I gotta go with my wife to the Beyonce concert. Well, you bringing me too then? So now y'all both in there. You in there with your wife and your boyfriend assistant. Shit, real weird out here. You want us to be a part of that weird ass journey that y'all got going? No, take that shit to Tyler Perry Studios and y'all make a movie about it. But we living in real life, okay? This is real life adulting out here. We paying bills and it doesn't make any sense where our tax dollar is going. We need to know where the tax bucks are going.
Yes. This ain't making no sense.
It's not making no sense.
And all y'all got some flamboyant ways. All the preachers and all that suspect.
Yeah, y'all coming in there wearing y'all wives' blouses and shit, gauchos, and everything. Like I said, if next is going to come out with a gay Bible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's already. Yeah, it's a gay Bible. That's it. Y'all see it. Everybody see it.
Yeah, like no, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I hope they abolish. You talking about you hate Trump. Wait until he abolishes gay pride. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be the first. I want him to please call me, bro. I want to be the first one to say yes to
announce it.
Yes.
We should have you come to the White House and announce it.
For the month of June, we are abolishing gay pride. Yes. Woo! Yeah.
No more skinny jeans, but they had those little G-strings in front of kids.
Matter of fact, if I see a pride, lock them up. lock up anybody that want to be out there with a thong and their balls hanging long. Like nobody don't want to see that.
And the kids
There's
right
nothing
there.
attractive about what y'all do. Y'all look like fucking goofies. Y'all are straight lame
They
motherfuckers.
pedophiles. Those
Yeah, y'all
are-
pedophiles. Y'all
Yeah.
never ever were hugged as a child. Because if you were hugged as a child and you had any type of respect or anything like that, you wouldn't even be at any of those type of situations. Y'all have made that shit gotten out of fucking control.
Yeah, especially when you in front of kids.
Yeah, y'all don't care. Yeah, like
stripping
21 and over, like 18 and over, like that. That's a real thing for everybody. Mm-hmm. Children, all that. Y'all trying to make everything exclusive for some things that are adult appropriate. Like you can't. It's just like letting a 5-year-old smoke Newports.
Mm-hmm. You won't do it.
Yeah.
I just posted on my Facebook when this drag you might as well say stripping, like legs open, dancing. You might as well say stripping. And it's kids, and this is supposed to be a kid show or a kid time, whatever. You see the kids all in the front, just looking, smiling, this and that. He's flipping, legs wide open, legs up here with a G-string on. The kids just like.
I'm trying to tell you, if you let these Democrats continue to even get any of these supervisor positions, next is going to be a 7-year-old little boy with a tutu with a pack of Marlboro Lights telling you about yourself. And because they are allowing them to do anything they want, let them be free. Let them understand. But y'all are telling them but y'all are choosing to show, y'all are choosing to put this type of curriculum that's not even a curriculum in school. Y'all are showing them y'all are doing it on purpose. That is a lawsuit. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't gonna fucking teach my children no shit like this. This shit don't got shit to do with my child not understanding math, English, comprehending, spelling, lunch, any of this shit. What the fuck?
And Pritzker, I put a video up on my Facebook again with Pritzker. He just said, what did he say? He was so happy. We're the first to put LGBT in schools and the history of the first transgender, this and that, to teach that. This is who these people are. Now think about it. Next, and I'm telling you what's going to happen. Next, you already got grown men identified as little kids. And they'll let them. Now you're going to have grown men talking about they in love with little kids. They're going to be talking about we married, and they're going to start trying to accept that. With men saying that they attracted to kids. Yeah. And
I've never in my life thought I would want to marry a 7-year-old, but we just connect. Yeah. We just connect, right? Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, come on. It's just like, I will never forget that time I watched the Tyra Banks show, and that lady was on there saying that she was in love with the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. And they called her, and she was hugging there and said they married. And they said they call it objectives. She
was in love with an object. Like, and they thought that was like that.
She was talking about how she was.
And that right then and there, y'all should.
I remember that.
And that is when y'all should have shut down the Tyra Banks show. That should have been the last episode. That's the problem. That's why we cannot let this 14th Amendment. Yeah. We have this birthright citizenship has to pass.
Mm-hmm. We gotta kill that.
Yeah,
I'm saying kill that.
Oh yeah. It has to because if we don't, then it's going to get worse. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, man.
We gotta kill that argument. This is not for illegals. We gotta stop that right there. We gotta shut that down.
Just like you shutting down Brandon Johnson when he come to him coming to black people now for support. Nah, nigga. Matter of fact, Trump, I need you to send the IRS criminal division too. That's good that you're putting the probe in about him making his racist stuff because he's an idiot for that. However, I need y'all to send the Department of Justice because we need to look up this money, okay? This money that he keeps laundering, especially this $835 million infrastructure money that he thinks he's going to pay off these people. I need that, Trump. I need you to come for that.
I think he just needed to open that door, and then they had to get in. They had to figure a way to get in. Now once you in and you start fighting,
but I just want to make sure, just don't forget President Trump.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Now, don't forget to I want y'all to investigate my case. You can start with the fraud. I'm trying to tell you, the fraud where you need to know everything, the real key players. Like if you want to get daily, Junior, it starts with my case. It starts with my case because they've been trying to take that land, therefore, since Daley has been in office. He promised that to somebody. So we want to know who did he promise this to? And I need them to settle my case. I got shit to do. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, even though we said conclusion like 40 times, but in conclusion, Pritzker pardon Larry Hoover. Okay? People start calling Pritzker, start calling up there, start sending emails, start doing social media posts. Free Larry. Keep that same energy that you had when it came to the illegals. And want to put them in law enforcement and stuff. I got the cameras. But anyway, we would like, just like how you say non-citizens could be in law enforcement, all that, you were give them a chance, all that. Or we don't know who's on the force right now. We don't know how many people did they sex traffic and murder. We don't know how many people right now are dealing drugs and all that stuff. We've got hella Hispanic police officers that are patrolling us in our communities, and nobody's saying anything about it. So I would like to tell you guys that y'all need to start writing emails and writing letters. And then June 14th, please join us when we go protest Pritzker's house. But hopefully Pritzker will pardon Larry Hoover before June 14th.
But we was gonna do that.
We're gonna do it regardless.
Anyway.
But we would think that J.B. Pritzker, that's my governor. My governor love us. He love us, some black people. My governor love us. He gonna take care of us. That he would, especially he want to be the president of the United States. He's eyeing the president of the United States. That 2028. Who would vote for him? But since he wants to get out there, wants to get his name out there, that's a huge move, Pritzker. That's a huge move if you pardon Larry Hoover. But we know you're not going to do it. But prove me wrong. But we know you can't do it. You can't do it, and you won't do it. Ron Manuel and all them, y'all, the Jew gang, the Jew Democrat gang, y'all all talking right now. Y'all on the phone. Shapiro, all y'all trying to figure out Sanders. What are we supposed to do now? What are we supposed to do now? Now, well, come on now. I didn't know he was going to do that. I didn't know that fucking piece of fucking orange shit was going to fucking commute his fucking sentence. Yeah, that wasn't part of the game. So now, the Jew gang that they called over to Israel and talked to Natsus, whatever that nigga name is. They don't go, what are we supposed to do now? That wasn't the part. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Yeah. Figure it out. I know what the best thing for y'all to do. Pardon Larry. Pardon Mr. Hoover. Pardon Mr. Hoover so he can be with his wife Wendy and Larry Hoover Jr. and his grandkids, and let them live their lives and give them their private time, and let him write a book about his experience, and then go around and teach kids things as far as discipline. You know, he did 50 years. He did 50 years. He kept hope alive. His parent, his son was consistent about making sure that this happened. So yeah. So let's do the right thing. Just like how Brandon Johnson should have did the right thing and settled my family case 2 years ago. 2 years. Don't wait, Pritzker. Don't wait. You should do it like as soon as I get off. As soon as I know you watch, I know you got somebody watching this for us. Yeah, you should do it right now. You should do it before. You should end the weekend. You should end the weekend with pardoning Larry.
You probably gonna wait till the 14th, June the 14th, the Juneteenth.
No, Juneteenth, 19th.
June 19th. Yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. June the 19th. He probably gonna try to wait that. I'll do one even bigger.
Oh yeah, I'll do for Juneteenth. No, I don't think so. Cause y'all really don't believe in us getting any repair. Y'all only want to continue y'all story, the Holocaust story. And when it come to us, it's y'all want to say that it was fictional. That's why you're not fighting for the 14th Amendment. You want to say, well, no, that 14th Amendment was for everybody. It wasn't for the enslaved. This is citizens of the enslaved. No. Because of we'll say July 10th of 2025, the Supreme Court denied the Citizens Act, and it's for anybody that can come over here. This is an American citizen. They have a child. They have a right to citizenship. That's what they want. They want to erase the history that's in the Constitution. See, the Jews ain't in the Constitution. The Jews ain't in the Constitution. The illegals ain't in the Constitution. Mexico ain't in the Constitution. Venezuela ain't in the Constitution. Europe ain't in the Constitution. Palestine is not in the Constitution. And Palestine and Israel's situation is in the Bible, but it's not in the supreme law of the land. But you know who is? Freedmen. Citizens of, us. So July 3rd, I need us to pull up to the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., and we need to let them know that we're riding with Trump. That's ours. I don't even know why y'all even bringing that up. Why y'all bringing it unless y'all about to start giving us our money for all the due process and equal protection that y'all messed up. But because at the end of the day, y'all let 22 million people up in this month with our tax dollars. So so at the end of the day, that look like Freedmen. We all got a lawsuit.
We
all got a lawsuit. So I don't even understand why y'all bringing up the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment when it comes to these illegals. That don't even make no sense. So that's what we guess. That's what we need. So we need to be July 4th weekend, July 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. We can take our talents to DC.
But we're going to have.
Yeah, but we need them to go.
Yeah, we need y'all to go. So we going. What's our date? Because we having a march.
So July 3rd. So
we've been there because we haven't.
Yeah. So we're gonna start July 3rd, Supreme Court Protest Day, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. Also, we will be filing a lawsuit next week against the sanctuary cities and the related laws prior to this protest, and I advise you guys to do the same. Also, we're going to be having a discussion later on that evening, and then we're going to have a comedy show. Then July 4th is the Freedmen Homecoming. And that's going to be at the White House.
Man, wait. You okay, now what you were saying?
So then July 4th, we have the Freedmen Homecoming. That's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The tailgate celebration. We're going to have community gathering, food, music, and conversation. Later on that evening, we're going to have the Freedmen panel discussion, and then we're going to have an illegal immigration panel discussion. Now, they may be in two different sides, but we're going to get it together. Then you have July 5th. We're going to have the march at the Lincoln Memorial. Also that evening, we're going to have a live podcast that Dick Gregory taught me with some guests, and then we're going to have another podcast live. We don't know who we're going to pick yet, but we'll figure that out. And then we have July 6th, which will be the Faith and Culture, which will be a brunch. a family brunch, faith, family, and fellowship. And then we're going to have a respected DJ festival from 3 to 10. So that is what we're going to do. That is that's July 4th. That is the 14th Amendment, basically our rally. And it starts July 3rd. I'm going to get there. We're going to get there a little bit earlier, but July 3rd through the 6th. And you got to go. Yeah, you got to go. It's not I want to go. You got to go. You got to go. It's it's not even I want to. You got to go.
All y'all went to Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
Things that directly affect you. You won't even show it to, but Beyonce, y'all spend all their money to go see her. Get her rich. Things that's gonna directly affect you.
Y'all literally gave $1 billion to somebody. To what's her name? Kamala Harris. She not only outspent that, she put $20 million in debt, and y'all don't even talk about it no more. Y'all don't even talk about it no more. That's how I know that y'all don't care about people. Y'all don't get y'all mad because y'all lost the game. Majority of the people that's mad at me that I'm no longer cool with or talk to, they mad fuck that I've been in here, I've been in the field, I've been seeing the bullshit, I'm getting railroaded myself, my family getting railroaded. They're mad because Trump won. True colors came out. Let's see if Trump is going to settle your case. Bitch, the last administration didn't settle the fucking case.
Right.
You watched it. You watched me ask all these people to going on a Breakfast Club, to coming back out, to getting arrested at the DNC, to finally saying, fuck this shit, Trump, let's go. Let's go. It's on the web. It's going to be on the website. It's on the registration. If you go on our X page, it's on there. So you can register now so you can get all the stuff. But yes, all that stuff will be coming by next week. Everything will be on there for that. But please register. We got a good number of people that have already registered. And this is for all, okay? Because the 14th Amendment, that's the Freedmen Amendments, but they're violating every American citizen's due process. They're violating every American's equal protection. That 14th Amendment is America's amendment. However, we got that amendment because of us. Because we were free. You understand? That was what we got in order to be free. Those 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. So, but at the end of the day, due process and equal protection is for all. And the Democrats and for Americans, and they have disrespected that by trying to give it to some illegals who have came over here illegally, and been getting they've been since the Civil Rights Act in 1964. These illegals have been getting everything that was supposed to be for us. And we haven't had anybody, like I say, that's why it's fuck Jesse Jackson. That's why it's fuck his kids. That's why it's fuck Maxine Waters. That's why it's fuck any of them people back then. John Lewis too, because nigga, you talk about you got hit by a brick all them times. Did the brick forget to get the rest of our shit? You understand what I'm saying? I am. So it's just that we're dealing with people
who got paid off.
They got paid off.
They own selfish gain. Like it's what's happening in Chicago. People getting paid off.
Yeah, they've been the sellouts. They've been like the Democratic Party, the blacks in the Democratic Party. They have kept the sellout. They have kept everything that the House Negro, everything they said what the House Negro is, they have kept that going. It just changes in each generation. Now it's coming to a head. Now we're seeing the real shit. Like Oh, the HBCUs, the elites, the boule, the ones who, the Divine Nine, all the ones who, the Mean Girl brunches, all the ones who are charging crazy amount of money to act like they're taking care of your taxes and stuff like that while they're stealing your social security number and putting it on the dark web. All these people that are the real estate agents and all that stuff, but stealing land and property with the government and different developers and stuff like that, and want to say, well, nah, see, you ain't got your shit together. See, if you had your education, you would get what we get. Bitch, what? You stealing. Yeah. You scamming.
I know a thief. I can see, look at my numbers and tell I'm a thief when I see it. Stop it.
Okay, he said he walking. All right.
So I'm going to walk there. It would take me 2 to 3 days to walk. I will have my camping bag and we'll be sleep. All right,
yeah. And send me the footage. Yeah, because that right there, that's real. That's what you got to do. It's a sacrifice. For this one time, if we all can do what we need to do and meet up this one time and feels. I mean, you want it crowded. You want the streets crowded.
About the Million Man March.
Yeah, you want the street crowded, and it don't gotta be on no. It could be on some vibes.
Yeah,
it could be on some vibes. Bring your battery pack. Just make content. Like, yeah, we out here. Yeah, 14th Amendment. Understand what the 14th Amendment is. What is done. Like, make our ancestors proud. Make them be like, damn, we didn't do all that for nothing. They got us everything to hear. So let's go. The divine scammers, right? Divine scammers.
Yeah.
They mad right now. There's something right now that's watching this shit. They don't know. They don't know. No, I know everything. We know everything.
We understand. We know.
Yeah, we know. We know that we know we couldn't get in the club. We couldn't get in. So we built our own table. Y'all, the tables that y'all have, y'all don't want equity for us. Y'all don't want us. Yeah, it's gatekeeping. Yeah, y'all don't want us to eat. Y'all don't want us to prosper. Y'all want to take everything and then create this narrative of if you just do this, if you just go this route, if you just go to school and you do this and you get that, I promise you're gonna make a way. And then you do all that and then you get in there and can't get the job. Because Sharita knew Laquita and Laquita knew Roger, and Roger used to suck his old boy dick over here. So I gotta do it. I gotta get girl. I used to suck his dick back in the day. I gotta do it. I can't let him tell my mama that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how it goes. So everybody know everybody and they'll be qualified. They don't have to be qualified.
Look at Brandon Johnson administration. None of them.
Yeah, none of them are qualified. None of them are qualified. Brandon Johnson's not qualified, but nobody's qualified. That's what I'm saying. Like him trying to make this stuff like Sierra Boatwright. Sierra Boatwright don't know what the fuck she doing. Sierra Boatwright, she decent. She decent now. She decent looking, like, but she don't know what she doing. Yeah. Yeah, like she should not be over Department of Planning and Development. She don't know how to plan and develop shit. She don't even know how to plan and develop a meeting for me. The fuck? Who else we got? Annette Guzman. What are you doing, bitch? When it come to this budget, where did you go to school? ICDC? Nigga, what are you? This is what you dealing with. You're dealing with a nigga who had soggy locks. Did anybody see Brandon Johnson locks? Them soggy locks right there. Them locks, right? There's no way in the world I would let him be a union leader if he had them locks.
Now, look at the mohawk.
The mohawk is same.
He got the mohawk and he mayor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all got this man with this mohawk.
Y'all motherfuckers, you got a whole bunch of unorganized union people who did not know what they were doing, and they learned and they got in like this, and they learned how to do this cult stuff, and then they all started fucking each other and doing all this stuff, and now they're holding each other and stuff like that, and now they done brought in this progressive, toxic unorganized political group that think, and that's fucking Chicago over. I mean, embarrassing Chicago as a whole, like embarrassing Chicago. Everybody, and then you got mainstream media who's not even reporting the fuck shit that we're dealing with. So my wife cared for her, and I'm going to do my hike for her too. She's going to be my motivation, right? Because it's the babies. It's the babies. It's the babies. The babies, that's what we're talking about. It's our babies. It's our kids and our elders that should be able to not have to worry about their home, not having to worry about a bill, not having to worry about if they can't eat. None of that stuff. We are the new adults. So that's just what it is. And if anybody has that mindset that they don't want to help nobody, or they got mommy issues and daddy issues and don't feel like, then at the end of the day, then you need to go get a therapist. Because at the end of the day, that's your mama. At the end of the day, that's your daddy. So regardless of how what issues y'all have, if they were that detrimental that you willing to say fuck everything because of that, then you need to talk to a therapist. Man, the grimy 49. These niggas wild. This nigga's wild. So yeah. So in the words of George Blakemore, all hands on deck, because the ship is sinking. And yes, Mr. Blakemore is coming down there with his art. Buy George Blakemore art. Buy it now. When you see him, reach out to him. Buy George's art now. George is our generation Basquiat. Get his art now. The white people have his art. Everybody else got some art. Ray Lopez got some art. Everybody got some art. Buy his fucking art now. Thank you. All right. That's that piece. I'll see y'all later.
Y'all. See y'all.